starts to glow. Lowercase connection, entering the show. Top right corner where the wallet interacts. Digital contract, tracking down the facts. The ticker symbol blinking on the sidebar screen. The dark is the atmosphere setting the scene. Round one is coming, the season's on the clock. Secure the network, time to lock it in the block. Welcome to the darker matter. Standard rules apply. Load the fuel cells up before the timer passes by. Into the void we will go, where the smart ones play. Minting out the future, trade into the shadows. Watch the ticker climb. Feel the data stream. Living on the edge of the cyber grid machine.
Waiting at the gate, calculating yields while we wait upon the day. Claim the EDOT payouts, tally up the wins. This is where the high stakes strategy begins. They say it's for the smart ones, written on the wall. A gamified ecosystem standing tall. Read the how to play if you wanna know the way. Before you launch the app or end in disarray. Ticks on the countdown, now it's turned to days. The price of darker matter, moving through the haze. Is it an illusion? Is it by design? Watch the smart contract as it aligns. 3, 2, 1. Let the protocol run. Welcome to the darker matter. Standard rules apply. Load the fuel cells up before the timer passes by. Into the void, here we go, where the smart ones play. Minting out the future, trade into the shadows. Watch the ticker climb. Feel the data stream. Living on the edge of the cyber grid machine. Cells loaded, void is open. Connect the wallet and fade into the dark.
Darker matter.
Now build a bear for your teddy bear picnic. Building the bear to eat when the bull run ballistic. Will he get to a point? Yes, I'm Hex. Like Richard Hart's better Bitcoin. Industry upheaval sent for smart contract decoy. Multi-chain pulse real, no decoy. In my SpaceCult suit, holes like a B-boy. Anti-gravity project, check AGP's coin. Fuel cell sacrifice to the decoy. Portal type with extra arms, big boy, decoy. Hungry for potential gains we could make. Some of the brave game on 180 days stake or 33. Learn the tokenomics promptly. No sleep, we are only countdown to launching. Stuff that jackpot pinata. I want the whole enchilada. We'll see mañana. Block data, sacrifice, mistake, claim. Wait, whichever ever way you play, I wish you great games. This down cycle brought many pains, but props to you if you ain't changed. You are worthy and deserving of chart turning, profit earning, graph the wins that you yearning. Start with learning, do not panic, sail in a hurry. The art of walking on a floor that's burning. More lava make the bull run faster. See through false hype and fake influencer chatter. Talking head drainer while they're dead if you let them. Truth weapon as a lesson, yeah, like Fight Club versus UFC. Don't talk about it, be about it. It's all about the AGP.
Sharp wings and ducks. Sharp wings and ducks.
From a creator on post chain, where the tokens remain. There's a token rising up, set to ignite a flame. Darker matter is his name, a gaming token set to set the crypto world alight. With its fuel cells, mint and power, your stack is deployed into the void. With NFTs gathering dust and the jackpot calls your name. And if you're a lucky winner, you can sacrifice to get free or die forever. I am telling you, it's insane. Act project, you'll get the keys to the game. Step into the darkness, nothing's ever gonna be the same. You've been chasing rainbows where there's no gold, but the real power's in darker matter. But the real power's in darker matter. You don't have enough darker matter. Level up your wallet and make it fatter. This game of tokens blazing on through. It's time to buy. Hold the vision, the key is in your hands. Darker matter. Dark matter. Treasure rewards getting higher. 33 or 80, you stake the claim. You don't have enough darker matter, so get in the game. The tokenomics are solid, built for the long haul. Deflationary forces on the inside. Play, man, earn, watch the SpaceCult grow. From the void of victory, let the whole chain know. No more empty plays in this crypto space. Darker matter's dropping bombs in your face. Post-chain is the chain, darker matter is the game. So grab your darker matter, futures to be won. Others will fade away when the market gets cold, but this one's froze like gold and will never get old. You don't have enough darker matter. Level up your wallet, make it fatter. This gaming tokens blazing on through. It's time to buy, hold the vision, the keys in your hands. Darker matter, darker matter, darker matter, darker matter, darker matter. Darker matter. Darker matter. Darker matter. Treasure rewards getting higher. 33 or 80 days you stake a claim. You don't have enough darker matter, so get in the game. Into the void we will go, minting our fuel cells, watching them grow. The treasury shares the win. To the darker matter holders, let the games begin. Darker matter.
Yeah. Check the charts. It's a bloody scene. Thanks and post chain. You know exactly what I mean. From the peak we plummeted, down 99%. The Bears took control, the funds were all spent. Sacrificed our pulse, we believed in the dream. Now we're holding these bags of soap. It would seem the SEC came knocking, tried to build a case, said we were a scam. Tried to put us down, richer than the court, fighting for the crown. But we're still strong, yeah. We ain't going away. Through the darkest night, we wait for the day. The bears are growling, but we hold the line. Text, post, chain, pulse, sex, destined to shine. The fools are sleeping, but they'll soon awake. For the communities are waiting for the fortune they will make. Yeah. Buddha has been spreading, fear's been in the air. Whales were exited, leaving us in despair. Price hit a bottom, some thought we never climbed. Through the bear market, a brutal long time. We watched the value dwindle, watched the hope fade. But the core believers, the plans we already made. We staked our tokens, we played the long game. Through the pain and the doubt, we remain the same. The news has been grim, the futures look bleak, but the Hexagon spirit is on the take. But we're still standing, we ain't going away. Through the darkest night, we wait for the day. The bears are growling, but we hold the line. Explosion, ball set, listen to sign. The fools are sleeping, but they'll soon awake. But the communities are waiting for the fortunes they were made. A gavel will drop, a victory will see the case undone. Forget the set, a new dawn coming. The clouds will clear, the future's bright. The path is clear, the bears won't last. It's only a fade, the bull is coming. Through the coming days, the sacrifices made will soon be repaid. When the market turns and the price is relayed. So hold your thags, don't you dare sell low. The next leg up is about to go. We're still standing, we ain't going away. Through the darkest night, you wait for the day. The bells are growling, but we hold the line. Hex, pulse, chain, all sex, destined to shine. Love bulls are working, they're starting to thrive. For the community to wait, for the fortunes they will make. Hey. Yeah, better believe.
Nova is here, he's the leader of Alpha, leading the charge. Yeah, with his main man Heavy, hit up right by, hit his side at the raid. Together they fight, the drugs that corner, rich and valor, fighting for good. They refuse to back down in this war for justice. They wear the crown. Nova and Heavy Hitter, they rise from the dust. Fighting for their cause, they never back down. With Big Boy Leroy, his feet firmly underground. In the face of danger, they fight through it all. Champions of hope, they rise to the top. Through shadows of doubt, they light up the way. With power and purpose, they seize every day. Their enemy tremble in the dark. Nova and Heavy Hitter are heroes embark in the big galaxy that's covered by night. They bring the fire and ammunition to ignite. For it's Alpha they serve, their honor was true. Nova and Heavy Hitter, they rise from the dust. Fighting for the cause, they never back down. With Big Boy Leroy, his feet firmly on the ground. In the face of danger, they fight through it all. Champions of hope, they rise to the top. For every shadow, they bring the light. Nova and Alpha, defenders of the right.
I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and Donna Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGproject.io with the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's just how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga is the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's just jump right in today because we are tackling arguably the biggest strategic dilemma you're going to face out there in the Rings of Dust universe. We're talking about the incredible compounding power of the grid, and more importantly, how you actually secure your gains without completely sabotaging your own setup. Because let's be real, managing those fuel cells and the darker matter locked inside them is a massive high-wire act. You obviously want to take profit, but if you do it the wrong way, bam, you break that beautiful compounding flywheel you've been working so hard to build. So today we're going to dig into how the smartest players in the ecosystem are taking their profit, maximizing their wealth, and keeping those engines running hot.
Okay, let's dive into this. The absolute heartbeat of this ecosystem is the 11-day round. And remember, it's always an 11-day round. Never call it a cohort. That's just not how this works. Basically, when darker matter crystals get sealed inside a fuel cell under negative pressure, they turn into this vapor vortex that charges up the cell over exactly 11 days. And right on day 11, the mist clears, brand new crystals form, and the whole cycle is complete. That round is the fundamental rhythm generating energy on the grid. But honestly, knowing that rhythm is really only half the battle. Figuring out what not to do when that 11-day round ends is where the actual strategy kicks in.
So here is the big trap that so many explorers fall right into: depletion. Literally, depletion just means breaking open a fuel cell so you can physically harvest the darker matter crystals inside of it. It's totally brute force. It's basically AlphaCorp's favorite destructive way of harvesting. You're physically breaking the vacuum seal to get that energy out. And sure, it might feel like you're taking profit in the moment, but you are literally halting your compounding flywheel dead in its tracks. You're destroying the pressure cooker that's doing all the heavy lifting for you. AlphaCorp might be fine writing that off as the cost of doing business, but as an independent explorer, it's a penalty you absolutely do not want to accept.
Because that penalty is a staggering 10%. Think of it like a permanent, unavoidable gas tax. The exact microsecond you crack that seal, 10% of the darker matter inside just instantly vaporizes into the atmosphere. Poof, gone forever. You are only ever getting 90% of what you actually built up inside that cell. And there's literally no way around this atmospheric vaporization. It's just a hard physical law of extraction. AlphaCorp's spreadsheets might be able to absorb that kind of waste, but for us, giving up 10% of your accumulated wealth every single time you want some liquidity is a mathematical death sentence for a compounding grid.
Which begs the million-dollar question, right? How do you actually take profit without breaking the grid's flywheel? How do you get liquidity out of your assets without triggering that brutal 10% vaporization tax and without completely resetting your engine? Well, to figure that out, we have to look at how the collective handles things. The Resistance Network didn't survive out there by just throwing away 10% of their energy. And honestly, neither should we. And here is the insider secret straight from the collective's data. You just unstake and sell the intact NFT. I know. It sounds almost too simple, but the mechanics behind this are actually genius. You see, these fuel cells aren't just empty buckets. They have an intrinsic cash value that is directly based on the accumulated darker matter cryptocurrency safely sealed inside of them. Because that interior darker matter has real-world value, the fuel cell NFT itself holds that exact corresponding value on the open market. So instead of breaking the cell open, extracting the crystals and eating that penalty, you just sell the container with the crystals still safely pressurized inside.
And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. On one side, you've got depleting. You harvest, you break the seal, the vapor escapes, and boom, you instantly lose 10% and your asset is gutted. But on the other side, unstaking and selling intact. By leaving the NFT sealed, you entirely bypass that atmospheric loss. The darker matter vapor stays perfectly contained in the vacuum. You get your profit by selling the NFT to a buyer who wants the intact value of that cell, and you walk away with zero vaporization penalty. It is such a clever workaround. But we do have to talk about what happens to the cell the moment you do this.
Because the lore is super strict about this. It states, quote, "Unlock a cell at any point and all enhanced properties stop within hours. The accumulated advantage is gone," end quote. The second you unstake that NFT to put it on the market, you are officially unlocking it. And the immediate result of that is the cell's lock timer completely stops and those massive enhanced growth rates come to a screeching halt. The cell drops right back to its baseline 11-day cycle, and all the momentum of that lock is just frozen. Now, for a lot of people, this sounds terrifying. They hear that and think the cell is totally ruined. But honestly, this is the single biggest misunderstanding in the entire ecosystem.
So the crucial point is, the sold fuel cell is not completely reset. This is a critical override to how most people assume the system works. When you unstake and sell the intact NFT, it transfers to the new owner perfectly whole. All of that accumulated darker matter cryptocurrency, it remains completely locked inside the cell.
The actual accrued value doesn't vanish. It transfers directly over to the new buyer. Literally, the only thing that actually stops is the lock timer itself. The engine gets turned off, sure, but the fuel tank is still absolutely full, and that creates a wildly lucrative setup for the person buying it. Because they're inheriting all of that intact, pressurized value, the new owner's only real job is just restarting the perpetual engine. They just bought a fully loaded, high-value fuel cell. To get that compounding flywheel spinning again and re-trigger those insane growth rates, all they have to do is initiate a new lock mechanic. They just choose to leave the cell alone and lock it back up. It's this beautiful, frictionless handoff. You get your profit minus the 10% tax, and they get a loaded cell ready to fire up. And the choices they have for restarting it? Well, those go right back to the foundational science of the grid. It's actually amazing how all of this traces back to Elsa Klein, the scientist who founded the colony. Her original notebooks, specifically those famous 369 test runs, laid out the exact blueprint for the lock mechanics we use today. She proved that if you just leave a sealed fuel cell alone, the crystals don't just sit there, they multiply at exponential rates. She mapped out the exact milestones where this growth basically breaks normal physics. So when a new owner restarts their inherited fuel cell, they are walking right in Elsa Klein's footsteps, making a distinct choice based entirely on her early predictions. And that choice is strictly binary. A 33-day lock or a 180-day lock. That's it. If the new owner locks it up for 33 days, the interior crystal growth gets a massive 10x boost over the baseline rate. It's a great setup, but if they commit to the true long hold and lock it for 180 days, that triggers the superconductor effect. At 180 days, the interior growth explodes to an unbelievable 100x the baseline rate. It is an entirely different magnitude of compounding power. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just seeing the sheer scale of those numbers visually. Look at bar 1. That's your baseline. 1x growth on a standard 11-day round. It works, sure. But then you hit bar 2, the 33-day lock. Bam, 10x boost. You are suddenly generating some serious yield inside that cell. But then you look at bar 3, the 180-day lock. 100x, the superconductor. I mean, the chart basically breaks trying to show it. It just proves that patience out here on the grid is a massive economic weapon. And actually, locking for 180 days does something even crazier than just boosting the inside of the cell. Yeah, so hitting 180 days doesn't just give you that 100x interior superconductor boost. If you hold a full grid to 180 days, it triggers continuous exterior crystal deposits every single 11-day round. It turns your entire setup into a 180-day full grid perpetual engine. So you're getting 100x compounding growth on the inside, perfectly paired with relentless automated exterior yield indefinitely. Honestly, it is the absolute endgame of this entire economy. So what you should really take away from this is a pretty stark choice about your own strategy. Are you going to fall for that 10% depletion trap, cracking seals and letting your hard-earned wealth just vaporize into the air? Or are you going to use the collective strategy, unstake and sell those NFTs perfectly intact, and actually master the grid's flywheel? The mechanics are all right there. The 11-day rounds, the intact transfers, those massive 33-day and 180-day superconductor locks, they're just tools waiting for you to use them. How you take your profit is entirely up to you. Just remember, the math out here is unforgiving, but if you master it, the rewards are literally perpetual. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on The Explainer today, and I'll catch you on the next one.
So join there because that's where everything comes in perfectly. And thank you, Cody. So we got Mr. Smith in the house, who is now a moderator. We got Don in the house. You ready to jump on, Don? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go to show up here, get on the stage. But yeah, we're just we're here. We're very excited. We've been working on it. So it may or may not have enough pulse to register, but I'll definitely show you guys what's going on here. So if you go to AG, well, first of all, what is a wish well? Let's go over that first. A wish well is just what it sounds like. You want to make a wish and throw some coins down a well, then it's good luck, right? And so this is the first phase of our project, although it's not directly linked to the coins or the tokens or the NFTs yet, because we're still working on those things. So that being said, let me see if I can actually go on here. And as soon as I switch screens, I'll probably freeze. So I'll just do a nice smile at the camera. But here it is. You just connect your wallet, MetaMask, and I'll add that one. Actually, no, I've got some more here. Nope, these are all broke accounts on this. So thank goodness there's nothing for you guys to steal if you hack them. This one has a fraction right there. So you hit connect, and then it's going to ask you to register, which I probably don't have enough pulse in here to pay the registration fee, which is still fractions of a penny. It's 38 pulse right now to register your wallet, but you do have to register your wallet. You hit confirm, and let me actually see if I can hook up another one here. Actually, I know a good wallet I can use. But this is actually this is the scout.
Really cool stuff for everybody.
Yeah, and another thing I didn't mention is that Cody has been working on the revision with me of the book, the 5th revision of the book. So feel free to, like, when I reread the first chapter and you guys heard how much better it was and how poetic and descriptive it was, like, wow, like it's a lot of beauty and a lot of Cody's soul has gone into the book. And also, if you guys, as soon as we can get the book edited and available to you guys, maybe even before then, we might give some people access through Telegram. There's going to be a lot. We baked a lot of the tokenomics and Easter eggs into that book. So if you guys want to not only be entertained, but also get some alpha before other people on the project, then you can read that book and kind of look for hints at the things that we baked and sneaked into there.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with it. So that it should be as educational as it is fun.
Yeah, I want to try to share my other screen here. Window, this one right there. Boom. Yeah, I can never freeze on a smiling face. I always look like an ant. It looks like an ant bit my leg. So here I am in pain in the frozen screen. And here we are at this. Now, this one, actually, I might have already connected this and made a donation to the website while we were testing it. But as you can see, here we are at the website. We'll hit connect wallet. We'll choose MetaMask. And then we're just going to do both of them for now, so we don't have to do them later. This is actually, this isn't showing up on the screen, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that's a MetaMask security feature, but cool. My pop-up that said connect with MetaMask and where you choose which accounts you want to is not on the screen, but there we go. We'll hit next, connect, and now you should see this. Oh, look at this. So I've already thrown $5 a pulse into this one to test it, and you can see the points right there. And this is something kind of interesting, but it's not really necessary or essential for you guys to know. This is a live NFT, so it's going to update as you contribute more money, but it's also following the price of the markets right now. So you will get the points that you were given the moment that you contributed. If you throw some money down the wishing well, it's going to obviously is timestamped on the on the blockchain. So you're going to get. Don't worry if you donate $100 of pulse and then it goes to $50 tomorrow, which is something that tends to happen a lot. Then you're still going to get your $100 credit from the day that they did it, and vice versa. If it doubles, then sorry, you're going to get the $100 that you donated that day. But that's close as we can come to keeping it fair for y'all. So that's it right there. And then so for instance, if I hadn't already had an NFT printed here with receipt, and just so everyone knows, this anti-gravity, this is not the anti-gravity NFT that's coming later. This is a Wishwell receipt NFT, and we're gonna get that changed. But basically, you would just click on Pulse. Like, we're live on Base, so if people really want to contribute on the Ethereum network, they can bridge over to Base and contribute there with their ETH tokens. But for now, we'll just go with the Pulse token. So if we get Pulse, that's going to copy the contract address right there. So you would just come over here to MetaMask. And we got $2 pulse in this baby. So obviously you're going to hit send. You're going to paste the address here. Boom. And then it's going to, because it's not an address that it recognizes or likes, you're going to have to hit yes, I understand that this is a place I'm sending my money to and it will not come back, like all of crypto. But either way, you go there and then let's put in a bucket pulse right here, since I have $2 whole to spare in this wallet. We're going to throw, sorry, let me reverse this and then just do $1, boom, of pulse right there. We're going to hit next. And then obviously, and something that it didn't show you that it will later is it's going to ask you to register your wallet first, which does have a fee of 38 pulse or whatever. But it's going to cost me 14 pulse to pay for this transaction of $1. and you can see it's pending. But if you look here at the website, you're going to see this is going to go up by $1, and it's going to update the points right there. So this is how you're going to throw money in the wish well. And I can't make any promises or expectations of profit or anything like that going forward. But what I will say is that we mentioned earlier, this is on blockchain, right? So this is all being recorded. So on blockchain, we're going to be like, you'll be able to see who got the 33x multiplier in the wish well. And that may or may not affect stuff going forward in other phases of the project. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, honk, honk. Like, I don't know how, like, I'm not Richard Hart. I can't like be as chill as him. But I'm just letting you guys know, donating in the first 72 hours or donating in the first 15 days after that, like, it's going to remember what your multiplier was now, and that may or may not affect things going forward. So I don't know. Let me turn it over to Dawn. And then also, if you guys have any questions, throw them up in the chat, and we will continue going from there.
So if I were joining the stream right now, being one of your followers, Max, my thought would be like, so wait, what the hell is this? Like, I throw money in a wish well, or I connect my wallet. Of course, make sure that it's secure, which people will see that it is. I contribute. Look at that. See, Live NFT just updated with the additional contribution. It just went up from 5, whatever the number was, to 722, and it showed that the points increased.
Yeah. So the price went up. Yeah, the price went up. Oh, and also another thing I noticed is that MetaMask doesn't read the actual value of your pulse very well.
Correct.
So like my wallet might say, oh, you got 16 grand of pulse, but then when I go onto one of the exchanges like Pitius or Pitius, however you say it, it'll actually show, no, this is actually worth 36 grand. It's not worth 18 grand. So that dollar that I just gave myself, this is accurately reading the actual dollar value of that pulse. And
yes,
reflecting that.
And the source that it's using, just in case people are wondering, like, what's the oracle, or where, from where is it getting the information? CoinGecko is where it's reading the information. So whatever token you guys choose to contribute, that you choose to throw in the wishing well, and kind of like Richard Hart sacrifice phase, which anything could be thrown in if it made sense. Obviously, spinning up a something wild won't be valued, but clearly tokens that make the most sense. Stables are of course great, but Pulse Chain, anything that wants to be thrown in can be. And for those using Pulse Wallet, you can actually send to wishwell.pulse.
Obviously, we're just sitting on those tokens, but yeah, any token on those two. That's a great question. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very important.
That's a great question.
And it's not, and there's no admin that's adjusting these points. As you guys know, these are NFTs immutable that are on the blockchain. They're being live updated.
Yeah. And as you can see, going back to the NFT, we got minting, we got unwrapping, and we got pruning. So just like any NFT, you got the burn or the unwrapping, and then you got the minting. And the most I'll say about those two is we took a lot of inspiration from the What's protocol, and we love the idea of the pinata filling up with candy until you smash it to get the candy out, right? Once you smash it, get the candy out, your candy's going to go to the other pinatas, and that's about all I'll say to that point. And then pruning is a word that we actually came up with because we were going to start with another word that's used in the ecosystem, but it didn't quite accurately portray what we're doing here. Pruning is referring to the liquid rewards, where you're able to take the liquid rewards or giveaways, we'll call them giveaways, and you're able to take those off the NFT without busting open the pinata and without affecting the rewards that your pinata earns. So that's kind of a glimpse into the future and into the anti-gravity NFTs. And then look at these fine young gentlemen right here. Like
the book that we are finishing up, that I guess a lot of you know about, has a lot of information in it to teach you the time periods and how to prune, and just generally all of the information that you need to truly understand that. So the book's going to be a huge help.
Oh yeah, thanks very, very much. That's a good point, Cody. And as you can see, there's a timer. I want to point out that not one of us has a baby face. You can't. I don't trust somebody that can't grow facial hair personally, and so I just wanted to point that out, and not just on this stream, but with these profile pics. If you catch us shaven, if you catch one of us without a beard or mustache, do not believe a word we're saying that day. Run. That is a clone. That's a bot. All right, and obviously it goes without saying, but practice good wallet hygiene. If you need to spin up a new wallet to do this, don't do this with something that's got a lot of funds in it. Don't be doing that. So spin up a new wallet, disconnect when you're not using websites. Obviously, don't share your seed phrases. And I'm never going to DM you. Dawn's never going to DM you. Cody, no one from our team will ever reach out and say, hi, I am sorry to bother you, but I would appreciate a nice, kind conversation of your liking. Do you like crypto? So we're not sending those to anyone. If you get anything from one of our accounts or any one of our Twitters, and these are the links right here on the website.
Don't share seed words. I mean, everyone knows these things, but
yeah.
You can't reiterate them enough. Do not share seed words. There's no customer service that's going to be reaching out.
Yes, and if anything looks fishy or you have any questions about the website itself, agproject.io, if you misspell it and do agproject.zoo or com, or you just spell anything wrong, jump in Telegram. Let us know. If someone's cloned the site, which is definitely going to happen in crypto, someone's going to clone this and throw up their own links and try to get you to send them money. Just check with us first. You can never be too safe, and don't worry about missing out on any of the X's or anything like that. We'll take care of you, but we can't save you from scammers. Like no one can in crypto. You're going to even myself. I fell for a fake bridge this year. After all the time I spent in crypto, the site was beautiful. They even created backup sites to tell you that that site was legit. And, so even me, practice another good move that I use is especially, and this is great about Pulse Chain and the low fees, is send $1 to someone, make sure it goes through, make sure it's legit before you send the other 99. Right. That's also something I would recommend to everyone is don't just do one big group and get impatient. That can bite you in the butt. So I don't know. We have no other. Here we go. It's about time another one dropped. Yeah, it is about time. It is about time that we got this going, and we appreciate it. Let me see. Is there anyone else here in chat that? Oh, dude, Texan OG Day One does not have a shiny wrench. So reach inside your pocket, Mr. Texan OG. You're gonna find a new shiny wrench. So wrench with responsibility, Mr. Texan OG. And thank you for being here. Do you guys have anything else you want to add at this point? You guys have any other questions? Let me pull up Twitter and see if there's any comments or questions there. Doesn't look like there's any on there yet. There's 50 people watching on Twitter. There's about 64 here. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this information to anyone that you think would find it interesting or is into space geek stuff or crypto.
Yeah. And as you interact with the site and move through it and test things out, please feel free to just send us a message. Let us know any way you can about things that might be a little sticky or that you don't understand or don't like. And that'll just help us make things better for the future.
Yes, please reach out through Telegram or anywhere else. Let us know if there's something wrong with the site or page, or like I said, anything that can be improved. We'll be working on that. So this is a work in progress. We're very happy with the way it turned out in such short notice. We were really kind of trying to get a minimum viable product to market to continue with the rest of the work in the background. We've got Tim Top says, my registration got hung up about 2 minutes, then finally got confirmed.
Is that on Pulse Chain or base? I'm guessing with Pulse Chain. I'm 99% sure that's what you're meaning.
Yeah. Sometimes you do have to refresh the screen. Another thing I will say is that, as you can see at the top of the screen here, it says not secure. And that's a problem we're having with our DNS hoster, is that sometimes it's saying it's secure, sometimes it's not. So, hit us up. Let us know if you have any questions about that as well. We should have that ironed out and fixed. But that'll go back to that one. Texanochi says, you're giving me a wrench? Normally I use an axe when it comes to daily business. Thank you. You bet, man. You bet. So other than that, I'd like to just play some music and dance for you guys now, because this is a party. This is a launch party. You got to get dressed up for the stuff behind the scenes that we really want to get buttoned and his conferences. Like that's another
to note is that this phase is obviously available.
Your feedback is gold to us. So again, here's the anti-gravity link right there, t.me/anti-gravity saga, all one word. If you try to put a space extra tokens besides just Dr. Doge right now. It's pretty cool going forward. Emit Farms, reached out to those guys and told them that Darker is live. They're looking forward to restarting Form over there. Sure. But again, the book has actually is ready for some peer review, and then we want to take it to 11 Labs and get the audiobook out with as high quality as we can. And from the audiobook, then it's not that much further to video, but we'll see. I mean, AI videos come a long way. You still have to know what you're doing to get what you want out of it. But it's getting easier and easier to use every day. So thanks, shout out to Red Squirrel. I did go on to Squirrel Swap, and I'm gonna share my screen actually. There we go. So I went on to Squirrel Swap and I got some Spunk token, and then I went over to our friends at Harry Labs right here and minted some. I minted some Pulse Bytes today, which are really interesting project right here. These are machines that you can put to work. They've got 28 commands, 6 categories, and they're on chain. Every action is on chain. So the terminal is the byte. Type help to see every command. Let's type help actually and see what we got here. I can in here. Oh, this is in round 0. And you have 30 days to mint for round 1. Once round 1 starts, you can mint for round 2, but you can no longer mint for round 1. So we've changed, one of the biggest changes we made was that you can always mint for the next round. You don't have to wait for the minting window to open and close. That was tripping a lot of people up. And then we also added a whole bunch of things. We actually added a whole bunch of incentives for people who mint NFTs and who stake the NFTs. So we'll go through that in just a second. But as you can see, I've got 1,018 Darker right now. Looks like Darker jumped up to 28 cents. It started at when we were seeding this right here. let's go up here to darker and die. Yeah, we just barely seeded the darker and die. This does not like it. Let's go to Dex screener, I guess. Doesn't look like there's any EDI in the chat in the pool so far. I forgot to turn off my microphone, so it's just recording everything in the AI. Yeah, doesn't look like it's there so far, although as people sacrifice, this should fill up. In fact, we should get some cents in here, but hopefully it'll be dollars before too long because we do have the EDI converter. So you go home and you just go how to play. You just mint, farm, and get paid. Those are the 3 easy steps to the new darker matter. And so obviously you mint using the darker tokens. And as you mint using the darker tokens, part of that darker goes to the EDI converter to pay the sacrificers. And part of it goes to the jackpot, and part of it goes to the 180-day bonus pool payout, which is a whole nother game. So there's really 3 different games and strategies you can play here to get paid. One is obviously just to mint the NFTs and just, sit there. One is to get as many darker as possible by winning the jackpot or by staking your NFTs for longer to get a higher yield and then sacrificing that to the void. That can get you some EDI. And then the third way is you can lock
You know exactly what I mean.
X, it's on Telegram, it's in these comments already from YouTube. Yeah. So if you guys want to come and ask questions, because trust me, this is a very, on one hand, it's a very simple project. If you mint, you win. On the other hand, once you mint, all hell breaks loose. And yeah, it's not always a cut and dry, but it is a lot of fun. Yeah, we got Believe in Yourself, we got Crypto Cat. Good to see you guys here. And the Telegram has actually woken up and come to life today. First time in a long time where people have been having fun answering questions and just being awesome. Yeah, it's really hot in here. Ooh, I'm gonna move the fan to point to me a little bit more because I'm sweating. Hang on. All right, that's a little better. Thanks for waiting. Shout out to Kate Figure. Kate Figure is the one who wrote that really cool song about Hex, Pulse, Hex, and Pulse Chain. I would love to see other people in the community pick that up and run with it because it is just about the tokens that they love. But you never know. People have been tight-lipped. There was a couple times I jumped into some live streams this week where I just said, hey kids, SpaceCult in the house. And they would say, oh, it's Pulse Ray Vision. He says, hey, kids. And they wouldn't say SpaceCult. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? These are like hexicans, people that are friends. And they're like, oh, and they won't mention the project, which is insane because the project is amazing. We got Elizabeth in the house. What is up, Elizabeth? How are you doing? Did you win some jackpots? I just pray that everyone won some jackpots. The stream address won some jackpots, more than it should have. I think we got Steve Stash's supply. Shout out to Steve. Actually, I would love to hear from Steve Stash and see how big he minted and if he won any of those. That would be a lot of fun. If you guys want to join the stream, just click the link. I know it's Friday. You guys are probably busy, and that's okay. I can ramble for a long time. If you guys have seen any of my streams, you'll know that I just winner, chicken dinner. Now the question is, first of all, congratulations to all the winners, including the stream address here. The question is, what are you going to do? You're going to sacrifice to the void. I mean, we've been reading about the void sacrifice in the last several chapters, getting pretty deep, pretty juicy. Are you going to just cash out and go get that air fryer at Walmart? Because I mean, 333 tokens right now, which is what the jackpot winners got, times 70 cents. You could be the first one to sell. It's $233. $233. The question is, what do you want? Do you want $233? That is not chump change in this point. In this market, anyone who can walk away with more than $100 is killing it. But do you want $233? Do you want a chunk of the EDI payout? Do you want to remint? Do you want to provide liquidity? That's yours. I mean, I'm waiting to see what it does to the price of the chart, to the supply. Damn, that is a hell of a payout. And the payout is most likely only going to ratchet up higher and higher and higher, because I think a lot, even though the whales like money, I don't think that they're going to be tempted by 233 bucks. I think they want eternal fame, and I think they want eternal EDI payouts. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Smoke Spider Sack to the void. Yes, and enjoyed the celebration toast. Liquidity and mint. Ooh, wow. I'm going to stake 100%, 180 days, which is not 169 days. Good numbers. Yeah, actually, so this is the deal. We give you guys credit because you have to wait. I mean, trust me, we understand. People like Ted Nelson was in our Telegram, be like, why can't I stake this? When can I stake this? What's going on? People are like, if I mint today, what can I do with it? It's like, well, nothing for like 22 days because right now you're minting for round 3, which doesn't end and pay out until July 25th. So we figured we would take the 11, which is now 169 days. Yeah, so she gets it. We give you credit for the 11 days of the round. So if you're staking for 33 days for a 10x, or you're staking for 180 days for a 100x, you've already waited 11 days. We've already given you credit for those 11 days. So super cool. Oh my gosh. As the title says, over $49,000 in Darker given away. Let's go, SpaceCult. It really is. That's not a typo. It's actually more than 49,000 that's up for grabs. People could dump on our 20 grand of liquidity, which, I mean, you're probably going to be lucky to run away with 5 grand. But trust me, 5 grand anytime this year is considered whale payouts. That's like you are balling if you're walking with 5 grand. Obviously, we got someone else's fuel cell. You don't need to mint 740 to win. It's just helpful. And raises your chances. It's not even like guaranteed, right? So that just 3 winners. I think we all know what's going to happen to these 3 winners. Actually, you know what? There's a lot of people today I've heard have been like, I already thought my plan was A, but I won more than I thought I would win, and so now my plan is B. And I think I'm going to change that. I think I'm going to sacrifice 2. I'm going to claim one of them and remint 333 for the next one. You know, because I want to see how much I got it. Oh man, this is tough because if I were to claim all 3 of these and get 999 in my wallet, I would basically be able to mint the same amount in round 2 as I did in round 1. And then I could show you guys sacrificing next week. Actually, no, that's not true at all. I have 18 minted for round 2, and I can't mint anymore for round 2 because round 2 started. So actually, these would be minted for round 3 if I were to claim and mint them. So I'm not going to. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice 1. And then you can see how much payout the 214 could get from the EDI. And then I'm going to claim 2, and I'm going to mint 666 for round 3. That's what I'm going to do because 666 is close enough to 740. With this kind of luck, we might hit, and I might be able to sacrifice again and hit an even bigger jackpot. Okay, so we're going to start with the sacrifice. This is what we do. We have your wallet connected. We're using the internet monies. The gas is okay at 521. It was lower at 400 earlier. We have 0.04 darker matter. And darker matter is currently 72 cents. So let's go down here and sacrifice first. We're going to sacrifice, and then it says you're about to sacrifice 333 darker to the void permanently. You will not receive this darker. Your 333 darker stays in the jackpot pool and stacks onto future jackpot winners. In return, you'll receive 333x weight in the EDI pool and passive EDI income every 11 days. I understand I'm permanently giving up 333 darker. Confirm sacrifice. Sign into. It says I'm connected to Internet Money Wallet, but I'm not signed into Internet Money Wallet. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, so gas fee edit, and instead of just going high and hoping that we don't get a spike in fees right now, we're going to go to advanced options, and I'm going to double the highest number here under max fee per gas. So I'm going to take the 2, I'm going to change it to 4, and just basically double bribe the validators to try and get it go fast. Now check this out. There's a very fun toast here that Smoke Spider was talking about that I don't think I've had a chance to show you guys yet. But we're waiting for confirmation. Round 1, this is token number 152. You just secured EDI passive income forever. Look at the fires and hooked up a D-Gen homie with a fatter jackpot. Boom! Do you see the fire and the embers and burn, baby, burn? And now let's go and read what Claude has said about this thing on the stream. Okay, here we go. Actual payout. It stacks all the way up to the max 1,332. It does not stop at 666. Per winner climbs in whole 333 tiers. 333, 666, 999, 1332, and 1332, the 4x cap, is the ceiling. 666 is just the second rung. So a bunch of sacrifices keeps pushing it up through 999 to 1,332 as far as the pool depth allows. Damn. Okay, so we had 214 winners. If they all sacrificed, then you would have, my handy dandy notebook, 333 times 214. Equals 71. Well, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's the amount that I just told you guys. It's the amount that we came up with the title for this. Oh my hell. Okay, so if we see, this is the interesting thing. There's going to be 88 winners, 88 NFTs winning in round 2. So if the 71,000 were rolled over along with the 65,000 that were minted, what's 45% of 65,000? That's roughly 30,000. So there's like 30,000 more. Yeah. So if we added the 30,000, and that was like the 100,000 we were at earlier, and we divided that by 88 winners, each winner would receive 1,150, but they wouldn't because they only climb in increments of 333. So actually, if everyone sacrificed, then everyone in round 2 would get 999. Okay. You don't have enough dark, you don't have enough fuel cells. Oh my gosh, if the price even holds close to 70 cents, let's just say it holds at 50. I want to under promise and over deliver. If it holds at 50 cents, you're walking away with 575 bucks. That's crazy. Well, actually, that's the 1150, so that's not true. It'd be the 999 times 50 cents. That would be 499. So I mean, it's about 500 bucks on the next one. So what was it? $322 today's price, today's payout. 500 on the next one. What do you guys think is going to happen on round 3? Well, I'll tell you what, because I'm going to hit this button and say claim, and they'll appear in my wallet. So I'm going to claim this 333. And then we'll hit edit, and we'll do advanced options, and we'll change this 8 to a 16. Oh, I think the price has gone down for gas here. What is it now? Oh, it still says 521. I think I got to refresh that. We'll save that one. We'll confirm it. Okay. And then we'll refresh this. Well, no, I don't want to refresh the screen because I wonder if there's I don't think there's a big toast for this one. There should be a giant, celebration toast for this one right here. Maybe there's not. Waiting for confirmation. It should be like a confetti. And congratulations. Don't spend them all in one place. Actually, I think there is something that says something like don't spend all in one place. We're about to find out. And if not, we'll just tell Claude to make it. All right. I wish I had some Jeopardy music to play right now. And then I'll check back in the room, see if we have any homies coming in to chill, party with us. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Still take it. There we go. Transaction signed 60 seconds ago, but not yet propagated. Usually mempool lag. Wait another minute. If it still hasn't landed, your wallet's RPC is likely dropped in broadcast. Fix on Rabby. Well, I'm not using Rabby. Thank you very much. Pulse chain. Go to the Gamma RPC if it's not working. Okay, so let's do this. Let's kill this thing right here. No, we can't. Let's go up to Internet Money's wallet. Let's check our transactions. And this one is still pending. Yeah, so it's just pending. At least it tells you that it's pending. So you're not just wondering if it's a stuck nonce or something like that. Transaction failed. Oh my goodness. Well, that makes me upset. Let's refresh the page and see. Yeah, gas is up to 553, which still isn't insane. All right, let's go back down here and try claiming this bad boy again. Maybe I need to change another setting in here. Let me know in the comments if there's another number I need to change under advanced options. So yeah, 21. So this is at a million pulse for fast. Actually, hang on. Let's go to high. Let's get high. High is 2. So we're going to change this to 4. Hit save. We'll hit confirm. We'll see if this one goes through here. Waiting for confirmation. See what the congratulations toast screen is. I didn't know it was called a toast until I started messing with vibe coding. It's called a toast. And usually I'm like, leave the toast up for longer because it'll like flash for 3 seconds. You'll be reading it. It disappears. I like this, how it shows you 999, 3 wins. And it shows how many you have in this round is 18 and how many in your lifetime you've had 1,018 in your lifetime. 333 times 103 winners. I don't understand the 103 winners on that one. It's round 2. I wonder if the RPC that is, and I've asked Internet Money on their Telegram, hey, what's your default RPC? And they're like, we don't know, but we like Llama. But if you go in here and you try to change the RPC, it makes you try to add a new one. It doesn't let you edit. Well, I don't know how to edit it on here. It says add another network. So I tried to add another Pulse network. The next drawing. So the box should break out. X from sacrifices, Y rolled over rather than just the 88. One heads up before I build it. Right now, sacrifice number is 0 with a swipe of a card or a tap of a button on a phone. We're early here. Like, this is not something that normal people are going to figure out and do. This is something that only mentally ill cult members go through that are just masochists. You're right. I owe you verified facts, not assumptions. Let me look at the actual chain contract. First, how the contract draws a sacrifice. So I query the right things. You could have queried the right things the first time. Piece of garbage. Oh man. If Claude were a human being in physical form, someone would have set them on fire and knifed them 100 times. I swear. Swear. Oh my gosh. Right. I asserted 0 sacrifice without checking. That was wrong with me. The contract fires sacrifice the void on each sacrifice and round winners on each draw. Let me read the light chain and get the real numbers. It's like cheerful, helpful tone. It makes it so much worse. I just want to throat punch it. I'm going to take a bite of a cookie here and calm down. I'm going to eat my feelings and my stress for a second here. Shout out to my sister Natalie for making these for my birthday. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah. Oh, that calms me down. Let's check the green room and the comments. Whoa. Hello, party people. All right, we got money and laughing signs from snow spiders. Would join, but this World Cup game is crazy. Catch the replay. Awesome. Enjoy, Ted. Max, when you get a chance, would you check the TE, I think he means TG, for a thread on there about my token contract address? Thank you. I think he means Telegram. Yeah, we're going to check your contract address.
Yeah. Check the charts. It's a bloody scene. Thanks.
Secure the network, time to lock.
I wouldn't worry about copyright strikes. I think there was just one like tiny 10-second clip I played on the last one, and it copyright. So I was like, this content's claimed. It's like, shut up, dude. Just shut up. I'm not making any money stealing content from anyone here with my 4 viewers. Oh, that's up to 7 now. Things are getting good. There is a space going on right now with Wix, but Tangent will sometimes host a space, as we found out. And he's, vibe coding is going on, and he'll jump in if someone. Our Stream wallet has accumulated another few bucks of EDI that we can claim and go buy some darker and mint. But $8,000 has done this to the chart. All this blood right here. And so we've had community members say, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. May I have another? Thank you very much, sir. May I have another? These guys got some killer deals down here. 25 cents. I mean, geez. And then 36 cents. Geez. Just thank you very much. Thank you very much. Chop, 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 chop. And you can actually see, the change of the pattern like day and night on the buy bot being switched on here on this pair. So you got these very crazy highs and lows, these spikes, very volatile. And then you see the buy bot come in and start balancing out some of that sell pressure and actually turning it into buy pressure. And then you see these people that were buying stuff on sale down here start doing little clips, and then those sustain, and then those sustain. Now, will the buy bot run out of cash? Maybe. I don't know. But the amount of people sacrificing right now is really adding a lot of economic energy to the flywheel of darker matter and the EDI payout and the darker payout. And me and Claude and Lef are working on another thing that might make this even more mouthwatering. And I'm going to say that if we do it and we can get it to work, it would benefit people. It would benefit the addresses with 10 NFTs or more. And we're also turning off the tax exemption for people that got the airdrop but haven't minted. So you're going to want to mint 10 NFTs in any address that you're using to transfer or sell darker, because that's how it's set up. But this is so silly. Such a silly chart, but this is a game changer right here. And only time will tell what's going on. Again, Xerox Bistro. Looks like there's still 980 darker for sell here at about 67 cents. No slippage. NexionPulse.com. Shout out to Lef and the team. The token launchers here are pretty interesting. The farms, the NFT farms that we're going to be taking a look at as we go forward with our NFTs. Very interesting. Makes me feel good. Okay. The playlist for Darker Matter Rings of Dust story time is all the way up to 30 videos. You can watch me read that. It is definitely somewhere you want to do. 1.2 million darker are hitting the NFTs being, and you've got that long to see if you've hit the jackpot in round 3. If we go to get paid, we're going to skip the mint, because usually you want to mint, farm, and get paid. I was really hoping that we would hit a jackpot with our 18 NFTs, just very long shot. And then I could mint 999 fuel cells and try to hit the jackpot in round 4. But we do have a good chance of hitting jackpot in round 3. So yeah, you want to mint first, then you want to farm. Here's the FOMO curve I was talking about. I mean, 1.2 million darker are hitting the NFTs, being paid out to the NFTs in round 3. Now, basically more than double the supply in round 3. But it won't be liquid. It'll be in your little cute NFTs. It'll be filling up your piggy banks, and it's up to you not to break them. Although I know some of you guys are going to break them and cheat out of this, and that's okay, because everyone has a certain time limit on the marshmallow test. And for some people, I mean, and life happens too. You never know when you need money to fix an air conditioner or money to fix your car to go to work. You never know when you get sick or need some money and cash out. It happens to the best of us. Life. We have 3,148 already minted for round 4 in the first 6 hours. We have 3,000 minted already. That's a tenth of what I was guessing at 30,000. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. 31.8 darker has been paid to my 1,018 fuel cells. That's very interesting. And now, since we didn't win any of those, we can actually go to manage fuel cells. We can go to round 2. We can say all 13 of these or 18 of these. We understand that we're locking them up and we won't get any payout while they're locked up, which is weird because, that means that everything we got paid was because of these 18 in round 2. Because right now we're not getting paid on any of the 1,000 in round 1 because it's staked for 180 days, and you give up your treasury yield while you're locked, serving that time. So, wow, yeah, we got one or so payments here. But again, we're just going to click all of them. We're going to stake them for 180 days. And then it's going to take the 3 different steps here. It's going to check to see if we won the lottery, make sure we don't get screwed out of a jackpot. It's going to let us, we're also going to have to approve the staking contract to take the NFTs. And then we actually have to stake them. And depending on, I should have checked what gas was here, but it's a penny to check 18 of them, or less than a penny. It's 462 pulse to check them. So that was 1. See if you move this to the side. See, that was batch 1 of 1. And now we're going to approve the ones right here. So we'll sign that one. And that is 3,303 pulse. Although this might be, oh, wow, that was actually staking it. So we just had to check for the jackpot and then we could stake. We've already given permission for this wallet. So congratulations, 18 fuel cells will have access to the 180-day bonus pool claims when they mature. Killer move. Very cool. Very, very cool. Now, if we go to manage fuel cells and we want to see all of our 18 that are staked, this will start the progress bar right there. If we go to round 1, we can see the different batches here. Our oldest batch has 169 days left because we've gone 11 days through this round. And then if we scroll all the way down to the ones we just barely staked, they're on round 2, sorry. But these ones we minted later and they still have 178 days. So yeah, it shows each one of those batches time limits, which is very cool. Very, very cool. We'll continue. Now we'll get paid. So we'll go check the jackpot. So far, 46 jackpots have been claimed. This is total. So there was 214 in the first round. There's 88 in the second round. So what's 214 plus 88? $302. So out of 302, 46 have been claimed, 170 have been sacrificed. So that equals 216. So only a handful have been claimed or sacrificed out of the 88. And the rollover right now, there's 1,171 rolling over. And so the payout as it stands right now, based on, depending on how many people sacrifice versus how many people claim, it's at 333. We saw this go to 999 in the second round. We'll see how high this goes. I imagine when some of those whales get a chance to sacrifice and keep hitting that EDI payout. Let's check out the EDI payout. Yeah, $1,288 up for claim. You might want to actually claim right now before people start sacrificing and competing with this amount. We have $3 here that we can claim. We'll claim it. We'll claim it on another one because I want to let it pile up a little bit higher and maybe go buy some darker with it. And then, of course, you've got the 180-day bonus pool, which has 113,000 in it, and it will not be paying out for, we had a timer here. There it is, 168 days, almost 169 days till this pays out. So this will just accumulate with all of the mints. 40% of everything minted is going to go here. 45% of everything minted goes into the jackpot. And right now, every NFT that's staked so far is set to receive 0.027 darker on the first claim. So if we take our 1,000 from round 1, then we just move this decimal place over 3, 1, 2, 3. So we get 27 darker that we could claim here, the first payout. And then as this grows and more people join and stake, it's going to change the pool. 415,000 for gas right now. That is a great deal. That's cheap gas, baby. Cheap gas. We might see some wells start minting in the cheap gas. 75 cents darker. I'm overwhelmed by the fact that we're not tanking and that we've had so much sell pressure on the EDI with such low liquidity. That's bananas. It's insane. That's $9,000 on $9,000 on a, this is the one that we were trying to scry earlier with the HT, with Hex T, or Vibe T. or CNX Tuesday T, whatever he's going by right now, Ahoy Mateys guy. This shows you what's going on. Pateus router, it's been using that, the PulseX router, Rapid Pulse, another wallet up here, which I think that's might be related to the team. I don't know. No, I don't know. Excuse me, Pulse Market, that's weird. Coin tool proxy, 9mm V3 positions. They're all kind of tied into this address that's got the buy bot on it. Weird, guys. It's really weird. And then, like I said, Liberty Swap Finance is a great place to bridge. I don't know. Switch doesn't have a bridge, do they? Widget. So the widget is for security. DEX aggregator, how it works, resources. I don't think they do have a bridge here on Switch. Maybe on SwitchX they do. SwitchX is its own product, which I'd love to get. I've read a little bit about it and talked to some people. I know it has a lot to do with the MEV. Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. Trying not to show everything, all my secrets in my closet. Yeah, I was really, really quiet during the end of round 2. I couldn't really even hear myself on that video. So apologies for those of you that were not listening at 100% volume with earbuds or headphones. Bang, bang. What's up, man? A Talk Sesh. Good to see you. Good to see Smo Spider as always. Strike that. Good strategy. Finger red number 1. I think you all have a few minutes to mint for the next round, though. Good luck. Let's check the website. Let's check the best website, my favorite website in the entire world, agproject.io. And as you can see, we're down to, well, this says we still have an hour and 42 minutes, but this needs to be refreshed. We actually have a couple cool things on the website that we have changed to help make this easier to understand, and so that people are not stuck trying to stake, trying to mint, trying to claim something that needs another 11 days or hasn't been unlocked yet. So shout out to G-Fire, our homie G-Fire, and our homie the Wrestler. The alligator wrestler has been painting candles again, and I forgot 11 days ago we were at 76 cents. That seemed really high then, because the way that the minting had gone, putting sell pressure on the liquidity was just destroying us at the beginning. But now as people mint, the price actually rises, which is kind of how it should go, just because it's getting more scarce and people should buy more. But people hate to buy when the price goes low, except for those legends that were picking up 25, 30 cents. Now, like I said, now it seems expensive, but it's not. It's not expensive because, or maybe it is expensive, because the only thing that tells you if the price is high or low is hindsight. So we're at $1.61 right now. We're all the way up to like $1.80, I want to say. On darker, let's see, here's the darker and EDI pair right here. Oh, that's on the 1 hour chart. Let's go to the daily chart and see if these faces line up like they're supposed to. They're not, they're jumbled again. But yeah, we were all the way up to $1.80 right up here. And then we went right back down to $1.30 with some dumpage pretty recently. And now we're popping back to 160. So I think people are getting ready and they're anticipating the mint of round 4. Round 3's mint went insane. I posted this on Twitter, Roonies, that here round 4 past round 3. Oh, let's see what the mint is right now really quick, and obviously let's check the timer. You guys got 33 minutes left to mint for round 4. You have 33 minutes left to retweet my tweet saying guess how many NFTs are going to be minted for round 4, and the last person to put their guess in before the timer clicks over is going to also win. So you can win 20 darker for getting the closest answer to how many are minted. Right now we're at 57779. So you just got to guess how many you think are going to show up in the last 30 minutes. And then if you're the last person to post there on Twitter, which it might be a little difficult, but I think we can see when these babies are posted pretty well. So they'll check that out as well. We got some hooligans in the green room. Go ahead and throw up your gang sign when you guys are ready to join. Okay, you guys are ready to join. What is up? We have cats.
That
and
was
friends.
my legitimate gang sign.
Well, you West Side. I that makes sense, right? So you guys were. I was thinking noon. I wrote the word noon Pacific so many times today that I went live at noon and realized I had an hour to kill. So I started playing the old streams. I started playing music, the tutorials. I was just trying to like kill time and give people an idea. And that one video, like I almost like teared up at that one that was with me and Dawn and Cody at the launch of the Wishwell a couple of years ago. That one brought back some really crazy memories of how far we've come as a project and a community in the last 4 years.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. That was bananas. That was crazy. The price right now, I think, is crazy. I think that the minting is totally insane because I think we've hit enough mints right now to have 78 winners in round 4.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome.
So this would be like the first time there's more winners instead of less.
That's bananas.
That is bananas. No, this would be the second time in dark history that happened. It happened
like
with Journey 9 and 10. Yeah, this is the second set of bananas. In fact, let's see here, 57779. Divided by 740. 78. We just barely closed this. So we will have at least 78 winners. If something banana happens, like another 740 popping in the last 30 minutes, we'd have 79 or 80 winners just if someone shows up and just decides to mint today. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And the other thing I didn't realize was that at the end of the first round, people were winning like $500 of crypto, or maybe that was the end of the second round. Yeah, it was the end of the second round. We were like, oh my gosh, $500, that's insane. And now we look at the chart and it's gone even crazier. So it was like 100, it ended up being $675 at the end of round 2. We think it'll be worth like 2K at the end of round 3. The closest we can come to right now is if we like $1.60 to, or times 160 by 1332. This is the first mega jackpot payout. Yeah, it's over 2,000. It's like $2,100. That's not bad. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a fortune. That's a fortune in crypto in the last 5 years. Holy cow! Someone posted
that's
on.
a lot of air fryers. I could go black market and sell them at a premium.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal right there. What's funny is we had some darker for sale on 0x Bistro, and no one has touched 0x Bistro in days. Like there's 3 coins over there. Nothing's been bought out of it. All 0%. Let's refresh it. But it's all 0%. The crazy thing though is that darker was listed. Oh wait, I take that back. Someone started nibbling on this pile of darker. It's listed at $1.40. Which
the alligator wrestler.
You think the alligator wrestler's coming to feed?
He might be.
Rassler might be on the house. He might be looking for some good stuff. Interesting. I have seen a lot of, this is the same address that's running the buy bot. So I would say it's probably going to a good cause. Just saying. You might see some fuel going for the next minting phase that we're about to hit. And that's the other thing I wanted to look at here on the chart was we went down 78% on the first mint for round 1 in round 0. We went down 34% for the mint for round 2's mint. And then for round 3's mint, we went down 55%. But in round 3's mint, we went up 136%. And then in round 4, I mean, it's just a matter of time to find out what happens there. And we got our spaceships. We got to move those babies over here, get those out of the way. But yeah, if we have the same kind of buy bot action and insane minting that we've been having, which I did not think this much minting would go on this quickly. People are paying attention to the tokenomics and realizing I need to get these minted. I need to get them synced to the network, and I've got to go one whole round, and then I can stake them, and then I've got to spend 180 days getting nothing for them,
Right.
so that I can hit the promised land, hit the mana of free liquid darker payouts. Yeah, every 11 days, and get a 100x boost before the trickle turns into a stream, and the stream turns into a flood. So yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I've got another happy. This one's just floating off in the distance. Where should that one be? I think this one's like August 6th is our round something. Nope, this one right here should be at August 6th, I believe. And then that means this one would be at like August 17th, right? Give or take. Like I said, the chart's on UTC time, so it's a day ahead of us. So it says July 25th, even though it's July. Well, no, it's July 25th for us, right? Yeah, sorry. Yesterday was 24th. So this is actually the right day. But the next candle will start for tomorrow before it's tomorrow for us, if that makes sense. So we got these spaceships set at $2.22, $3.33. I just, you never know when someone who loves numbers can come in with a bag of money and just paint the chart. We've seen it happen here with the Rassler candle. And I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in crypto. And whatever you think is going to happen, you're probably wrong.
I was just going to say you have basically 2 weeks to pass the Clarity Act before the House and the Senate go for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have like sideway action, and then when they come back in September, everybody's got the midterms on their periphery radar. Maybe they're actually paying bills because inflation's so high, but that's another story. So it'd be really interesting to see what happens in the next round if the Clarity Act does get through, what that might do. Just saying.
And
then we have,
the Obscurity
there's
Act,
a war
as I like
going
to call
on
it.
too. So
is there a war going on?
That.
Which countries are at war right now?
Which countries are at war?
Yeah.
Name your pick.
My guess is America, because America's always at war against at least 3 people. And then I don't know who's the boogeyman today.
600 country.
It's crazy. I know is that I've done my history as much as they've changed, like whatever history they taught you in school, just throw it out the window because it is complete bullshit. Just go look up the Gulf of Tonkin. Go look up the Lusitania. Look up the Lusitania, the Gulf of Tonkin. Do any research into 9/11, or as I should say, Tower Jenga Day or whatever, so I don't get banned. But do any investigation at all to any war we've ever been in, and they were all bullshit. They're all fake. They're all just
Building 7.
Yeah.
Building 7 for Jenga. That's all we have to say is building 7.
Yeah. So lately when like I go through Twitter and they're like, Iranians are like, they got AK-47s and they're patrolling the beach. It's like, shut your mouth. Shut your dumb mouth. If they were, why? Who cares? What? It's all show, and it's all, unfortunately.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. And I wish I could say different, but when I was in Iraq, there was a different feeling about the combat and the attacks that we received in Iraq. It sure as hell did not feel like it was coming from people who live in caves. It did not feel like it was coming from the Iraqi people at all, for the most part. Unless they were paid by a certain coconut intelligence agency, it felt a lot like there were coconut bombs being thrown around, if you know what I mean. Like that's what it felt like being there, personally. And I know the tinfoil hat aside. In fact, you know what? Let me put on a better hat instead of tinfoil hat.
There we go.
There we go. This is a Brian Magruder special hex hat, and it is one of the coolest hats I've ever seen in my life. So let's switch gears to something more positive, because the day is a day of celebration.
We don't want to get banned from YouTube.
$164,000 ish.
The hat. Yeah. Sorry, I got my hat too.
Let me pull that up here.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that one is also a Brian Magruder special right there.
I think they're on discount. 75% off.
You get them. You get a free one with a bag of Solid X right now. Let's see here. Real life. Where do we guess again on Pulse Ray Vision? It's on Twitter. So I've got a tweet out right now that says, guess the amount. The person who's closest gets 20 darker, and the last person to sneak their guess in at the last minute gets darker. So if someone is very creative and good at computers and stuff, they could throw in an order at the last minute and a guess at the last minute and take both prizes very easily. We've seen more shenanigans in blockchain than that. I went there and I forgot to check out again on OX Bistro. Yeah, there's a 20-cent discount right now on darker, and I don't know if you've heard this. Yeah, I don't know if I've said this on stream yet, but you don't have enough darker. Like, you don't have nearly enough darker. If you let's go to our website, just look at the supply tab here, which actually we had to add a bar because we put so much information in here. But 59% of the launch liquid supply has been locked, has already been minted. So 60% has been minted in 4 rounds out of 66 rounds. People, there's 66 more of these bad boys. I don't know who is going to be minting in the future. It could be whales, and it could be common folk joining a smart contract. There might be a whole bunch of people putting all the darker they have into one whole darker to get one whole fuel cell in the future if it gets crazy. I don't think it'll get that crazy because, there's paper hands everywhere. We saw a bunch of people dumping anywhere from 200 to 1,000 darker. And I would go check their account, not really just to like snoop on them or anything, but wondering, like, is this person, are they paying the tax? Have they minted? Do you think they're part of the community and they know what's going on? And the answer is nope, they don't. Nope, they don't have any minting. They dumped it all against and pushed the price against themselves on market sells. They didn't go to an OTC like Zero-X Bistro or Jolt. They just dumped and left. And then if you okay, so this is a little bit spying on me. You will look to see where it's because I was thinking, okay, maybe they're dumping for something exciting, like Neon or Wick or Switch X. Like, maybe they're minting for something on fire right now. Nuts. Maybe they're a guy and they just want more nuts. I get that.
Everyone likes nuts.
Everyone likes nuts. You don't have enough nuts either. And these people obviously don't have nuts because their money all left Pulse Chain. It didn't just leave the project. They cheated off into some, probably to get robbed over on Robinhood. The reason it's called Robinhood is just underline the first 3 letters in that platform, and that is all it has done since it ever showed up. That's it. I mean, some people like it for stocks, but you just watch the Roaring Kitty GameStop debacle. And
GameStop debacle.
Yeah, they put the Robinhood. They're just a bunch of crooks, and I think they're just jerks over there. But these people are like, they're cheating these bags at $1, $1.50, $1.40. They're pushing the price down to like $1.25. And I'm just like, you guys are insane. Like, this project has real potential. It has a real community. It has real tokenomics, it has real smart contracts. And for you to just like not even come peek in here and watch a little bit of a stream or jump in Telegram and ask a question or two is just I feel bad for them. I'm not. It's
called angry. Asinine. That's what I call it. Asinine.
It's poor investing. I'll say that for sure. But yeah, it blows my mind because, like I said, what is this going to be? 59%. How much of that's going to get minted in for Journey 5, I can't even begin to guess, because my guess for Journey 4 was 30, and I'm the freaking founder. I'm the one like watching the mystery box. I'm the one watching the buy bots. I'm watching everything every day obsessively, and I was off by a factor of 2. That was 2x. I was 1x down from where we ended up.
Well, it's because you're also working too, right? A 9 to 5.
Some would call it that. Some would call it like indentured servitude. Actually, I'm joking. I'm really excited about this countdown. We have 25 minutes left. Let me refresh it. 17 minutes left, and
17 minutes. Holy shnikes, Batman!
And the stream address has 747 minted, which means it's got a really good chance of taking home 1. We got 3 in the first one, which was insane. Yeah, if I can get Steve stashes, I'll be. He was watching last night during my 4-hour and 44-minute stream.
That was amazing.
Interesting number, huh? Yeah, 400, and that was after I read for a half an hour. So I was really putting in the work last night and burning the midnight oil, because I knew that something big was going to happen. And I feel like something big is going to happen in crypto in general. Like, there's just been so much. You can only stretch a rubber band so far before it either breaks or it snaps back, right? You can only hold the pendulum to one side so long before people at the top say, all right, let it go. We're ready to eat. At some point, the people filling their bags with manipulated Ethereum price are going to say, let it fly. They're going to call them up and say, pump it, right? And when they pump Ethereum, it's going to pump all the L2s and all the other L1s, all the EVM chains are going to start just going vampire attack on it. Like they've been doing it already. Base and some of the other ones have just been destroying the minting, the mining. What's the mining called on Ethereum where they set up the same thing, validators like Pulse Chain? You have to have like 3,000 ETH or something like that. I remember when they switched going from proof of work to proof of stake. And I remember that a whole lot of people that actually owned enough Ethereum to do this were kind of in charge of it, right? So you saw the Ethereum Foundation and Vitalik with that sweet girlfriend of his. You saw them turn all the money ASIC miners were making over to these VCs and big hedge fund, like big money guys. And then you saw the price just plummet. You saw a lot of economic energy just get sucked right out of Ethereum. You saw the Ethereum Foundation selling at times that made no sense at all, unless they were coerced by some crazy guys with coconut bras. That's all I'm going to say. There are some very, very bad people, I think, that own Ethereum, and that's why I'm bullish. It's sad to say, but evil people seem to make a lot of money in this earth. Like, they just seem to know the game and control the game. And when I see people buying up not micro strategies, what was the one? What's Tom Lee's fund called? I can't think of it off the top of my head. What is Tom Lee's? Basically, super evil dude that took out insurance on Building 7 a week before and shorted American Airlines right before the Jenga towers fell. He is buying a ton of. Should I add the new one to stream or the old one? Am I switching? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, the one's frozen. So we're gonna remove that one, and then we're gonna add this one.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There you go.
I got rug pulled.
That's okay. I'm gonna kick the other one out. There you go. Nope, I don't want to kick that gas. I want to keep you there. Yeah, so I'm incredibly bullish on Ethereum. Richard Hart is obviously incredibly bullish on Ethereum, right? Hex Glenn's in the house. What's up, Hex Glenn? I do not see this tweet. Someone say nuts? Yeah, we did say nuts. Squirrel, nuts. He tweeted in live stream, 2 past streams, 2 past days, nuts. I don't have enough fuel cells. No one has enough fuel cells. And when people start breaking them open, when they finally get some really high cash value in them, that's going to be when the real game begins. Because when they cash out, all of that FOMO darker gets paid to the diamond hands that let their fuel cells run. They just let those stakes run. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about the way this game's going better than I had anticipated, and that actually makes me more nervous than if it were going worse than I anticipated. Like I'm in crypto, so I'm ready for bad news all the time. However, I'm not used to such a great community supporting and pushing this and really catching on to the game mechanics, which are not easy to pick up on the surface. So yeah, I'm nervous at how well this is going, and that's exciting. You know, that's
well, and you have to think this isn't a bear market.
right.
Like everywhere you look around, there's poop.
Yeah.
And like this is a diamond, a shiny diamond in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter Roonies.
I'm trying to find that tweet for because they've only got like 10 minutes to get this in. In fact, we should probably watch Twitter as the clock counts down instead of the clock, because we got to figure out who the last person is to guess and who the closest person is, right? Where the heck is that stream? It's a while ago. No, maybe not that long ago. Let's go home, notifications, because we'll probably see some people there. My guess is 66. No, that's not a good guess, Smo Spider. That is, oh, this has come part of the SpaceCult. That's not it. And 66 is a little bit low. You might have meant 66, 66, 6.
6666.
Yeah, let's see if I can find someone with a guess here. Oh, what's this? I've been sporting my t-shirts all week. That is awesome. Awesome. She sees through. That is awesome. And that's even the vintage. That's the collector's edition.
That's the OG.
That's the OG collector edition before we made the dark a little bit darker. So
I may have a shirt that has that on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, some of them actually have signatures on them. They were given away in sunny Panama, which, by the way, Panama's in the book too. You know.
Okay.
Maybe I should put Randy in the book on one of the Panama scenes. Let's see. When bottom. Come on. One of these will be like you guys replying with yours. What you want to do is you want to retweet it and quote it and then put your guess at the top so people say, what are they talking about? Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Money Gang Crypto. He said, have you lost more money buying crypto or no, trading crypto or holding crypto or something like that? And I replied, launching my own token. And he replied, ew, I don't know what that means. But he's blocked every attempt I've made at like reaching out and being like, you need to check out Darker. He's not in the know of the cool stuff like we are, unfortunately. Here it is. Winner chicken dinner. Closest guest to total fuel cells mint in round 4 will receive 20 Darker, $34 at that time. Must retweet, be in our Telegram to win. Last guest before clock rolls over also wins 20 with Darker Matter tokens. So this is and I'm pretty sure I pasted this in our Telegram. I'll put it in our Telegram, and I'll also put it in our chat here. So copy that link.
You got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Here we go.
You got 9 minutes, kids. And I'm posting this in our general Telegram right now. There we go. So there's the tweet. 9 minutes left of that one right there. And then let's put it here in our comments. Paste. There we go. I don't know what I'm guessing on, Lulz. You're guessing on how many mints are going to be done before this timer rolls down right here. This minute, well, it wasn't 12 minutes, but now it's at 8 minutes. So in 8 minutes, you're guessing what this number is going to be. It's at 57,779 currently. And you're guessing what number it's going to end up at in 8 minutes. And you're also trying to be the last person to guess as well. And then, if we're lucky, and the crypto gods are with us, and the vibe coding gods are with us, we will we will see people hitting the jackpot. Hopefully we'll hit the jackpot with our 747 that we've minted, and we can sacrifice it to the void and get thicker, fatter EDI payments. In fact, the first one we sacrificed was only worth 333. This one would be worth 4 times that. So if you go to our EDI that we've been claiming here, we got 60 cents right now that we can claim. That weight would go up by a factor of 4 in the future EDI that's paid out, if that makes any sense. So every sacrificer is getting more weight than the previous sacrificers. And so it kind of evens it out a little bit, but it's still a game within a game. There's so many ways to compete here. There's ways to compete for the 180-day pool. There's ways to compete for the jackpot. There's ways to compete for the EDI. There's ways to compete for the FOMO curve yield, right? I mean, like, there's a strategy to everything here. We tell you what the strategies and winning moves are. We don't hold anything back. We play with our Uno cards facing out. And so when we have one more card, it's going to be very easy to yell Uno and make us draw 4 more. But that being said, like, we tell you guys the moves to make to really amass and make this win. And it kind of blows me away with how much you listen. Because you guys are like, yeah, I'm not going to wait till later. I'm going to mint now. I'm going to get my 11 days served, and then I'm going to come back and I'm locked out for 180 days. And I'm going to get my 16, I think it's like 16 rounds before you hit your 180 day or so, because the stuff that we staked on round 1 is coming out on 18. So if you were to mint for 5 and then be ready to stake at 7, you might not hit till season 2. You might not have your 180 days served until season 2 starts, which season 2 is 5 times bigger payouts than season 1. And season 3 is 25 times bigger payouts than season 1. It's exponential. It's bananas. And when people learn about this insane project, when it goes viral, the payouts are going to be there to attract people who want to mint. I just don't know what the price of Darker could be if the community growth follows the FOMO curve growth. Bananas. We can only guess, and it's crypto. So chances are we will lose everything. People won't talk to us anymore, and all we'll do is just share depressing memes on the internet. That's kind of what's happened the last 5 years. So I'm kind of like keeping my mindset there so I don't get disappointed. But like I said, at some time, I mean, I don't think they can suppress the price of Ethereum forever. Not at all. So anyways, jump back here, see if these guys need to be added to stage again. All right, sorry, I was waiting for you to chime in on some of that, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna run. I got the mic.
I just stir yogurt.
Sweet OG shirt.
What's
that?
The important things in life: stirring yogurt, homemade yogurt.
Yeah. Well, you gotta. What happens if you don't stir homemade yogurt?
You have a film that's created.
The wife gets mad.
Yeah. Mama cat gets mad.
Okay, I like that G-Fire went to the actual consequences that mattered, and you were all like technical and specific and be like, well,
that's what G-Fire does.
There's a lot of things in life that motivate you. Not ticking off the wife is a pretty good one for me, I'll say.
Yeah. Peace is precious, my friend. Peace is a precious thing. 5 long years, says Smo Spider. Let's check on the countdown. I don't want to miss this because I will. My ADD will definitely make me miss this right here. So 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Oh, that's cool. Now, a couple of things while we're waiting for those 3 minutes. Mr. Fire gave me some good feedback here, and I've been working on this one as well. So people have been confused of like, why can't I stake? When can I stake? How do I get paid? When do I get paid? So I changed the how to play to, first of all, look amazing by putting the mint and the fuel cell farms there instead of the stupid lightning bolt and corn stocks. And now it says mint this round, every new mint every 11 days, mint darkers into fuel cell NFTs, takes one full round to sync. So it's telling you that you're minting this round, but you've got to sync around. So that's kind of a little bit more clarification. And then on second, one farm activates the next round. So it doesn't, you don't think of you're going to farm right now when you do it, hopefully, after your mint has synced for one full round. Yeah. So again, we're telling people this isn't another round, and then get paid is every round after. So you can claim the jackpot wins or eat eye rewards at the end of every round. So that's, hopefully that makes more sense to people that are confused as to why they're not able to mint and stake immediately, because in crypto, that's what a lot of people do, is you mint and then you stake. And then this is the other one that was a lot clearer, because we did have a lot of people going, they'd stake for 180 days and then they would go to the 180-day pool. And logically, you'd think, and it would show you your claim here. It'd say, oh, I've got 28 to claim. And so, well, I'm going to claim them. So you go to click the button, and unfortunately, it would be like, you can't claim. And so this idea, shout out to GFire, has a lock button and an arrow pointing to the countdown. So it intuitively tells you, oh, you can hit this claim button when this timer runs out. So the first payouts are going to be in 158 days. And actually, you know, it will actually point down to this timer, which will be an 11-day timer like the one up here. Oh, we're down to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Crazy. Okay, so yeah, it'll point down here, and that will help people, you know, put two and two together quickly and be like, oh, that's why I can't claim. And maybe we should do that on stake, some more stuff on stake. But Fuel Cell Farms is such a busy page right now. You know, once you click on my bags, there's a lot going on here. You got to click around, then you got your fuel cell info, which is a lot of data. You got your managed fuel cells, which is a lot of buttons. We're going to work on making it more simple and easier to run, but for the time being, it's doing pretty good. Okay, 46 seconds.
Oh my, here we go.
43 seconds to go. I wonder if Lef is awake in his part of the country right now. I should just text him like
yeah, it'll be
streaming
interesting
rollover.
to see how much is minted for this next round.
Yeah.
Because we
All
were
right.
we were off
Well,
on
we're
this
down to
last
20
round.
seconds. I'm going to go over to this one right here, Twitter.
Okay.
And we have got Jonathan Campolo 6412. That's one digit short, Jonathan. Tell me when it hits, and I'll see if there's any more reposts of this one as well.
2, 1. Okay.
There you go. So Jonathan Campolo is on the 21st. Robert Brooker is on the 21st.
I think if you refresh it, there's another person.
Let's see here. I forget where it shows you who retweeted it. So there's 44 views.
It says there's 8 retweets, I think.
Here we go. Yeah, 8 retweets. So I think I have to see view activity, and it shows me the retweets, but maybe not. Robert Brooker. Winner, chicken dinner.
Oh yeah,
and right
there's
now
the
I
newest
think
one right there.
Hex Glenn is there. Crypto Cats 5888. Robert Brooker 66777. Jonathan Campolo. Where are you seeing yours? Or is it a repost? A retweet? If I look at notifications,
I updated mine. It's right above Hex Glenn.
Okay. Yeah, it'll show up in my notifications here. Why are my notifications so
Jackpot.
Jackpot. All right. Who was the last guess? Last guess was, it looks like it was Hex Glenn. Right before Hex Super. Hex Super guessed 57779. We might have more than one winner, kids. 57800. We'll have to give it a couple minutes to refresh. We'll know for sure. All right, maybe 57890. So if I go by notifications, Hex Glenn is the person to get it in under the wire, the most recent person. I think they
congratulations.
I think they clicked post as you were telling us about the other one. Oh man, and I'll count this one too because it was about the stream. But yeah, very interesting. Let's see what the final number is, we should be able to do a hard refresh and get an updated number of how many were minted for round 4. Looks like we are at 5779, 3 7s and a 9, 57779. Okay, great. And we'll have to see if the lottery's announced. I'm out of Claude credits, basically. No, I got them. I got a couple. I think I can get it to see. I'll ask if we don't see winners announced soon, then we'll ask Claude to check and see if the keeper ran that. Sometimes the keeper gets busy running the make it rain button, so it might catch up, but I think I have a fallback to that keeper now. So wow, guys, wow, 700 more, roughly 700 more mints than the previous round, which is bananas. If that happened on 5, I would be super blown away, unless Pink Miss, well, when he enters the game, he can paint the chart and he can change the percentages drastically. As of right now, I think he's sitting on 1,000 mints out of about 96,000 darker. So he's got like 95, almost 95,000 darker sitting there as just a big question mark, a big mystery. So wow, 5779.
I wonder what that would do to the EDI pool.
Well, it depends on what he did. I mean, if he minted them, then people would know that circulating supply is going to go down. I mean, it would remain the same, but it would take the possibility of those getting dumped off the table if they were minted. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And it would change the payouts from the FOMO curve drastically. It would completely change the lottery if he just came in heavy. So that's a question mark. I believe he's one of the people that has taken a break from crypto for understandable reasons. We get it. I understand why you take a break. I took about a year break from crypto, for mental health, and Don kept all the development going on Dark One while I was away. But I get it, man. Like, life happens, and this has not been the most cheerful, exciting place to be in the last 5 years. All right, which chat of the anti-gravity? Maybe he's saying which chart, or maybe he's saying which chat in Telegram. Time. All right, jackpot completed. Hex Glenn and Hex Super, they are the two winners for the guess of the number. And Hex Glenn has also won 20 for being in at the last minute. So I owe Hex Glenn 40. Dark, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget. Hex Glenn got 40. Way to go, dude. And then Hex, let's see, where is it?
Looks like we got a green day in Pulse Chain today too. That's good.
What? Yeah, we'll give Hex Super
green day in Pulse Chain so far.
Hex Super will give him 20, and then so Hex Super's got 20, Hex Glenn's got 40. Congratulations, guys. Don't spend that all in one place. Let's check the price charts here. All right, yeah. Wrap Pulse is up a little bit on the day. Hex is up 3%. Pulse X is up 1%. It was 15% a second ago, it looked like. I don't know if there's a crazy spike or something going on there. Pulse X is, it had this banana spike on that last pump, and it's gone back down. But someone was like, has anyone been talking about Pulse X beating Pulse? And I'm like, I talk about it all the time, bro. I talk about this chart all the time. Pulse X, this is Pulse X against Pulse. It looked like a Nike swoosh till the beginning of 2025, and then it just kind of ranged, but it's definitely consolidating right now. And if it's got this kind of momentum going into a triangle, there's a good chance that it'll go that direction out of the triangle. Just saying, based on my years of degenerate trading and staring at charts until my eyes bleed. Hex Hex still, it's a tenth of a penny, basically, guys. Something that was 50 cents that could very easily be $1 with, you know, the E hex and P hex combined could easily be $1, maybe even one on its own. It's a tenth of a penny right now. And looks like some people are taking advantage of that, you know, buying that up and filling their bags. Plenty of liquidity for the common guy, like $341,000 of liquidity. You're going to get a good deal if you go into that one. Wix is up 1%, and it's got the, like, what, as we call it, this is against Pulse, so it's not even fair. But this is the only curb stomp that I know with a mohawk on top of the curb stomp. That's insane, and it's still just breaking higher. It does not care. It doesn't care at all. In USD value, it's a penny. Like, it hit a penny. It came from like 2/10,000ths of a penny to a penny. So anyone that's been following Tangent and the Wix project has done pretty dang good. 5K of liquidity against Pulse. So it's a lot easier to pump a chart with lower liquidity. I've really come around to Richard Hart's idea on that. Not some of his ideas I think are still pretty stupid, but the liquidity is true. Like, people that tell you you don't have enough liquidity, we need more liquidity, give us liquidity. If it's all they talk about on your project, then they want to dump. They're dumpers. Nobody cares about liquidity that's buying, right? Especially in darker. I mean, you can get 20-cent discounted darker right now off OX Bistro, right? If someone called me up and they said, I want to put $1 million into darker, but obviously I don't want to blow the water out of the bathtub, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'll make you a deal. And I would make them a deal for $1 million because I would know somewhere in there we could strike a deal. And then we could just crank the price to whatever we wanted to at that point. And we could set the liquidity to whatever we wanted to at that point. That's the power of, like, having an OA or having a mystery box or having a pink Miss Well, for that fact. In the past, the pink Miss Well put an insane amount of liquidity in back in the day. So yeah, 4% up on Actuator, the Actuator token, which is a liquid, basically they're liquid T-shares and they're a discounted future hex. Just crazy stuff here. I mean, hex time token on 3,000. This has about 2 years to maturity, and it is, you know, it's a fraction of a penny, because so is hex. But if you price it in hex, you'll see that you're getting like you're paying 77% out of 100 for hex. So if you plan on having hex in 2 years or selling it sometime between now and then, buying these gets you a bunch more. You just basically get a bunch more. And this one follows the price of hex because it's a derivative of hex and T-shares. Then the 7,000s, if you want an even better deal, you can go to the 7,000s, and they're half the price. They're half the price of hex. So cheap hex, thanks to Actuator. So super awesome. Let's see here. Darker, and where's darker at? So darker's at 18% for the day. Not bad. Not bad at all. In fact, we'll have to take this candle right here, the bottom of this candle, and figure out what the percentage is on this mint. What's that? Oh, did we lose you again?
That's not bad at all.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No, I'm
Have
here.
a great day
in
Pulsing. Green Day, yep. Hex. I created some new Hex AI shorts this morning. Awesome. And she makes really good shorts. Shout out to Smo Spider. She's really good at what she does. Where were we? 18% up on darker. Not bad. Like, again, this just makes those ones on Zox Bistro that much juicier. And again, we have this buy bonus on our website under the EDI. So every three journeys, every 3 rounds. Sorry, see, I'm stuck on dark one. Every 3 rounds, we're basically going to have this buy bot where you can look at the buy bonus, which will give you 5% extra darker on the top leaderboard. So we got the top 9 right here. This this one right here, EBC9, has a net buy of 2 darker, and they're going to get a tenth of a darker just for doing that.
Oh, wow.
So the net buyers are very, very low. I mean, you got these two up here. This is an OG at top. It's got 100 coming his way. And then you got another one here. I think this is the Wrestler. It's got 60 bonuses coming his way. And if you watch the chart from 70 cents to where it is now, it literally is like 90% these two addresses doing the heavy lifting. And this one right here, third place, they're set to get 26. So even though this address, the number 3 place address, is a quarter of the first one, we have seen where this address has pumped the price 10-20 cents at a time. So it doesn't take a lot of economic energy, even though we got decent liquidity now at 40K or around 40K. It doesn't take many buys to push and paint this chart. So I think we got enough. I don't think I'm going to be adding any liquidity to dark. I don't think that the mystery box is going to either, unless a whale in something like, Wick or Neon or something like that wants to increase liquidity and makes a deal with the team. If that happens, you'll probably see some good liquidity with some tokens that the team approves of. Right now, I'm really happy with a lot of partnerships and tokens that we're paired with. There's a couple that I think are crap, but I can't stop people from tying things to them. So we'll see. And it's not Pulse PDI, if that's what you're thinking. I like PDI because PDI has a very loud and entertaining spokesman named Your Friend Saw Me. And if you guys discount the value of someone showing up every day and talking about your project, you shouldn't be in crypto. You do not understand crypto. You don't understand communities. You don't understand Metcalfe's law, and you don't understand engagement and human attention span and human energy. You don't understand any of that, and you should probably stick to stocks. That's all I'm saying. And this is crazy too, is like, look at their fuel cells. Number one's minted 25,000 fuel cells. Number two's minted 6,000, 12,000. Oh, so check this out. This one right here, this number 3's got more fuel cells than number 2 than the Wrestler. And then CCAB, that sounds familiar. I don't know who that is, but they're up 328 net buys. So, I mean, a net buy just means that you didn't sell. It's like, if you minted, it still counts for it, I believe. But yeah, this is an easy place to pick up some extra dark, and you don't have enough dark. All right, let's check Get Paid and see if if it's been announced. See if I've won or any jackpots on the stream address here. Let's go down here, and no unclaimed wins found. That doesn't necessarily mean that other people haven't won. That just means I haven't won yet, or at all. So now we turn on the power of Claude. It's like the power of Grayskull for He-Man. Hey, has the lottery been announced for round 3? It's been over for 15 minutes. There we go. We'll send Claude on that errand so we can go check the blockchain and the keeper. In fact, actually, we could check the keeper too. Right. Where's our other scan tabs? Do I not have other scan up yet? Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Let's go here and we'll check out other scan home right there. And let's grab the keeper bot, which is the one that's making it rain a lot of the time. Sometimes there's a couple other people that have ran some scripts and bots to do that, but for the most part, it's been the keeper bot in the middle of the night cranking away. I
did see there was some more darker in the Make It Rain too.
Okay, so that means people are already minting or someone gifted it there. Let's copy this.
I think there's like 80 darker.
cancel. I don't want to leave that one. All right, let's see here. Go to other scan, put in the keeper address, paste, search. Okay, so it's been converting, but there's no jackpot announcement here. If we go back to a few days ago, then we should see one that says something like jackpot or lottery announcement or something like that. Set round winners. That's it right there, jackpot darker. So it'll say set round winners when it's ran. It hasn't been ran on chain. Let me check round 3 state directly. First, the address and how to reveal status is stored. Well, I can tell you that. Paste.
See, this is a lot easier when you do them on Saturdays, right? Instead of a weekday.
Keeper address. Yeah, because whoever's idea it was to set this at like 1:30 in the afternoon was just, and didn't realize it was going to be on a different day every week. Genius.
Yeah.
Genius. First, okay, let's see here.
Those darn astronauts.
Yeah, round 3's jackpot has not been drawn or announced yet. I read it straight off chain 18 minutes ago. We're now in round 4. Yeah, I know that. Red, root by round Merkle, not committed. Round by round 0, 0, 0, true, true. Can draw true, is drawing open for round true. So the draw window's open for a moment, round closes, just sitting ready, unfired. Oh, can draw is true. Yeah, you're not telling me anything I don't know. Yeah, that's the keeper, Yoa. Claude just sounds like a stupid cartoon duck every time I read its voice. Let me check the on-chain state. That's what you were supposed to do. Gas balance, last activity. Yeah, I'm sure we got gas in here. We have $14 in Pulse, which is like 1,000 transactions right now. It should fire. I think it should be checking to fire like every 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, which is, doesn't cost anything. It just looks at the smart contract, just looks at the chain. Gas is fine. Yeah, I just told you that. All right. It's not a funding problem. It might be because it's been running the convert thing here, the make it rain button. Well, but that wasn't that. The last time it ran, it was an hour and 9 minutes ago. So that's not the problem. It's not a nonce problem or 2 transaction problem. Rounds 1, 214 winners. Round 2, 88 winners. Drew fine. Yeah, thanks. So the keeper was working, then went quiet for round 3. Let me see when it last fired transaction. It's a great idea. No, I can tell you right now, it's been last firing was that transaction an hour ago, but every one of the last 12 goes to something. None goes to the jackpot. To draw round 3, let me identify what. Okay, so the keeper is pointed at the last jackpot, which is something I passed along to somebody at the end of last round, being like, hey, just so you know, I think the keeper is pointed at the last jackpot address that we had, not this one. So I'm going to run out of credits right before it does the draw, I swear. Happens every time. Let me see how many usage credits I got. I don't get my thing reset for a while here. My session gets reset in about an hour, but I won't be home in an hour.
That was BSC.
Chewing up some of my cash I put in there. Yeah, open scripts, trace the draw path, gaze off, blah, blah, blah. Something else. Your min sentence because. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pointed at the old jackpot. So let's point it to the new jackpot so this doesn't happen again. There we go. All right, so it's thinking. Hopefully we'll get that pointed here. I'll tell you when that pops back up. Or it'll actually make a noise here on my computer and you'll see a note just on the bottom of the screen. That being said, as far as the market's concerned, the price is concerned, we should see some of those EDI conversions. That's here. We said make it rain had some in it. Yeah, there are 79 make it rain right there. If we go to the chart on EDI, we should see the buy bot buying them back. Yep. So there was the last one from the keeper bot about an hour ago that sold 5. And then the buy bot came back with two buys right there. So if we break this down to like a 5-minute chart, we can see those transactions. So
Look at
boom,
that.
sell, buy, sell, buy. And it just kind of works its way up slowly but surely, like almost like watching a piston pump up and down is kind of what you see going on here with the trades and the bots. Okay, so here we go. Good hunch. And the redeploy checklist flags scripts keeper JS is having hard-coded addresses. Let me see exactly what jackpot address it's using. That's where the old address could sneak in, not hard-coded. Well, good thing it's not hard-coded because it would be hard-coded with the old address. So the cell pointer must be where the keeper actually runs, not the code. Let me confirm. Oh, jackpot hiding where else? Find. I should have sent a message to Left when we were doing the countdown, see if he's awake. I'd be like, bro, the keeper runs GitHub actions. I found an old jackpot May 28th partial deploy script. Let me read the workflow. Yeah, change that script on GitHub and fire it. While you're looking at that and changing it, why don't we fire it from the keeper address to the new one? And then we can worry about fixing it. Yeah, workflow, blah, blah, blah. Just talking about the scripts right now that are written in the background on GitHub. So go back here to the daily. I don't know, this is pretty good. It's not, the chart's not old enough for us to draw trend lines on or anything like that yet. It's just kind of like, it kind of looks like a pony or a llama. Actually, it looks a lot like a llama. It looks just like a llama.
Yep.
Wow. So right now we got a little happy llama. What's that?
Cotopaxi.
Go ahead.
It's like the Cotopaxi, that brand. It's like that logo.
The Cotopaxi.
Yeah. Very, very fun animal right now. We'll see what it turns into as it continues on. Hopefully a dragon going up and to the right.
Or a unicorn.
But, yeah, you can see these
right,
are all
with
just
its horn going up. Yeah.
Yeah, and we already put that there was 2K in round 3, so that one's already locked in. I'll just call it 2K. I'm sure it's 2.1K, but 2K is close. And then in 11 days, we will find out what is paid out in the 80. I think it's 78. There should be 78 paid out here today.
And that's a Tuesday?
For around this one, yeah. Let's see, the next one is August 6th, which I think is a Tuesday. In fact, if you just go to our website, it'll show you. So you go to Fuel Cell Farms and then just hover over the tiles. And yeah, round 4 ends on Wednesday. But again, this is UTC time, right? I think this is UTC. I could be, no, this is our time. So round 4 ends on a Wednesday. Round 5 ends on a Sunday. Round 6 ends on a Thursday. Round 7 ends on a Thursday. Thursday again? Yeah, Thursday. No. Yeah, Thursday. No, it ends on a Monday. Monday. September 7th. Then round 8 ends on a Friday. Round 9 ends on a Tuesday. Round 10. I thought there'd be like this pattern because it's 11 days and there's not a pattern. Because 11 and 7 don't line up that often. I'm sure there's a big pattern if you zoom way out. But yeah, 10 is going to be on a Tuesday. 11 is going to be on a Wednesday. So unless things change dramatically in the crypto market in the next several months, I'm probably going to be not at my computer. So let's hope we get this going really well. Okay, yeah, hold on. Before we fire anything manually, look at the actions history just told me, because it changes the diagnosis. The keeper workflow is running fine. Okay. The run is in progress now. It just started its first scheduled run since round 3 closed. It's almost certainly doing round 3 as we speak, 5 to 6 minute run. These hourly runs hit the current EDI converter from the same address as the current one. So there's nothing to repoint. The real cause of the 15 minutes late is just GitHub throttling scheduled runs to 1 hour instead of the configured every 5 minutes. Oh, GitHub, you son of a bee. The workflow comment even warns about this. Round 3 wasn't missed. It's just its first eligible run just started 4 minutes ago. So, okay, so let me confirm that. Progress runs 1 minute to 6 minute job. Okay.
Remember life without Claude?
Hey, Claude, change GitHubs to every 5 minutes for the keeper checking the jackpot draw and announcement. And right now is probably a good time to give a shout out to our friend and mentally ill cellmate here, Red Squirrel, who created a really killer RNG native on Pulse Chain. So we don't have 4 more steps to this process, getting it off of Chainlink on base like we used to. So yeah, if you guys appreciate his work in this project, nope, that's not what I meant to do. You like that one? That one's actually pretty. That one's a while ago. That one's when I started my YouTube
Gosh,
channel.
that was like last week, right?
Yeah, I wish. Oh goodness. This one right here. Yeah, I was gonna post this in the comments. Buy him a beer, buy him a coffee, buy him some nuts. This is Red Squirrel's address to tip him and send some cash his way in crypto. It's so interesting watching how you interact with Claude. Completely different method to me. I know Red Squirrel does it so professionally. It's like the difference between, I don't know, a long time ago, there were these YouTube videos called How to Basic, and it would try to show you how to do something simple like make a cake or fix a tire or something like that. It would always start out normal and look normal, and then all hell would break loose, and there would be eggs getting smashed and just curtains being set on fire. It was insanity. So watching Red work with vibe coding, I imagine, is like sitting and watching a chef prepare all their ingredients and measure everything out and get the temperature to the right, the oven to the right temperature. And I think me and Claude is more like the How to Basic, where I'm just setting stuff on fire and screaming, calling it very disrespectful names. You guys should see when I'm not on stream with this thing. But that's what I imagine it's like. Nuts to the squirrel. Yeah, he loves nuts. He loves darker. That squirrel loves both. All right, so round 3 drew.
Oh, big news. It just posted.
Yeah, that's what yeah, Claude always tells us after we know something. So you tell us what's going on. What are you seeing there? No, oh, I thought you were announcing it.
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah, so tell people what happened there. All right, everyone go and check agproject.io. Hit get paid, hit jackpot. We'll see if we've won any here. Let's see here.
Okay.
Scrolling down, here's the winners for round 3, all listed right here. I don't see my address just off the top of it, but my goodness, dude. Okay, so the CCA 8 has won one there. The CEB7 has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's another ACC. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that I can see of right now. Holy cow, plus 59 more. Let's just scroll down and see if we got our button. No unclaimed wins. Oh no, we might have gotten Steve stashed on this one. We might have minted 747 for nothing, for nuts. But I mean, it might just take a second to load. Let me do a hard refresh, although it's showing 3 right there. So I mean, my guess is that we have not won, but we can refresh just for dang it. I don't think we won. I don't think this one won at all. which means that I have 747 fuel cells to stake, which is cool. It's just not as cool as winning the lottery. Hitting that jackpot. All right, so 77 lucky individuals, or 77 lucky individual NFTs, I should say, are sitting on look at this. This is all 59 more. Why isn't it? Oh, I thought this was a button that showed all 59 more. I think I can say show Merkle tree somewhere here or something like that. But either way, I mean, wow.
Okay, Mama Cat's behind us. Say hi, Max.
Hey, how's it going?
In the middle of streaming.
How's it going, Mama Cat? Yeah, it's like 86.
I want to know if Mama Cat has degened into round 3 and if she needs to go check her jackpot winnings. Or should she outsource her crypto work to someone else? Crypto Cat.
What was that?
I said, does Mama Cat have a bunch of NFTs she needs to check, or does she outsource her crypto work to someone else?
She does. She outsources.
There we go. LOL, not far off. I have 8 Claude terminals, all with different designated roles and skills talking to each other. Well, come visit me and set that up for me, because this is chaos. This is chaos and losing, just crashing out all the time. Respect. We could not hear Mama Cat. I think she said hi to everyone on stream, if I heard her right. So there we go. My Claude's asking me, round 3, Drew, fine. Not really. The lag was GitHub's throttle schedule, runs hourly to this, blah, blah, blah. The cron is already 5. Do you want it faster? No, we don't have a Hertz in our box. External 5-minute trigger, leave it hourly. I guess we'll just leave it hourly for now. And then I'll talk to Lef about making this so we don't have 15 to 20 minutes of agony and suspense. We have a squirrel, a cat, a monkey here in the cult, LOL. We have a zoo. This is the space zoo is what this is. We got monkeys, cats, and squirrels, and a spider. Look at that. We got a spider exhibit, a monkey exhibit.
Ooh, whoa.
If Moondog were here, we'd have a dog.
Did you check to see if you won?
On the stream wallet, I did.
Did you win one?
I won nothing. I won absolutely nothing with the 747 mints. I got Steve stashed. That's what we call it here. When you mint a bunch and you don't win anything, we call that getting
Steve stashed. That's a new term.
I think he'll appreciate it too. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
it looks like someone has claimed already. It looks like one person has claimed.
Yep, it's up to 51 and 243.
Did you see that? Yeah, there's 51.
Yeah, 51. We should probably have one. See, it says my winnings 0, but I have one. Like, it should have my total winnings here. So we should have a total amount right next to the claimed and sacrifice, so we know how many are left to claim or sacrifice. Or just change my winnings, which 0 darker is not true. That's true right now, but it's not true all time. 0 dark. Okay, so right now it's saying that there are 0 dark per winner that are going to be paid out to round 4. And technically, I think that's true because we don't have 740 mints yet. But once we get 740 mints for round 5, that number will start climbing. And I'm not even, I've got to guess, because that's in my nature to try to predict and gamble and guess on things. So if we went 158K to 65K to 57K to 57K again, almost 58K, logic would tell us that there's like 40K mints that should be in round 5, just on that pattern. But there are only 39,000. There's only 39,000 darker in the 730 wallets below the top 50 holders. So if every one of the little guys minted, we would be around 40,000. Now, obviously, the big guys have some more, especially Mr. Pink Miss Well, but for now it's a mystery, and we'll see what's going on here. We did see the super number one do 9s in round 1, so they did 9s, then 5s, then 3s, then 2s.
I see the full list.
So my guess is that we'll have the number well mint 1s in 5, but who knows? It might stick at the 2s. I don't.
Hey Max, is there a way to see the full list of winners?
I was trying to do that a second ago by clicking on this 59 plus right here, like, because it looks like a button. It says 59 more, but it's not a button.
It's not a button.
So let's blow a little bit more money here on Claude. Hey Claude, on the jackpot winning screen at the bottom of the top winners, it has a plus 59 more tab. It looks like a button that you can click that would extend and show the whole list of winners, but it's not a button. So can we make that a button that expands and shows all the winners, and then if you hit it again, it collapses? Thanks.
7,500. 7,500, and you got 7.
Here we go. All right, that's about it. I've got to bounce. I got a musical to attend that my kid's in.
Okay.
She's probably into her second song right now on stage, and I am going to change because I don't want to show up in an astronaut suit and just look like a oh no, they'll be like, what is wrong with this dad? This is his kid's moment to shine, and he shows up in a spacesuit for attention.
You'll be the center of attention. Yeah.
I have the Wales address pulled up here and the BuyBots address pulled up here. Let me find the Wales address and see if we can see how many it took out of those 77.
Oh, the Wells address?
Yeah. Yeah, the number well, the one that did 3333s at this one.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see. According to the chain, or this one right here, it's sitting on. Oh, that's not it. I'm sorry that I pulled up the mystery box. Mystery box didn't win any in round 3. Let me change that.
Right.
Let's find the other one real quick, and then I'll hit an explainer video to damage your guys' brain cells on the way out. And see here, round 3. Pull that one up right there. Round 3 looks like round 3. It's just, I'm not seeing a number here, but I am seeing a lot of winners. I would say close to 40 winners.
Wow.
Maybe. It's not coming up right now. Like,
okay.
The number's not coming up, but I'm looking at the payout there, the keeper address, and it's Merkle Tree. And it looks like it's about 40. So if that well does what it's been doing, we can assume that we'll have about 40 more added to the sacrifice, which would be 280. And then it'll be a question of what the other 33 winners or so do right there, claimed. So we will keep an eye on this on our streams, the darker right here. There's no winners right now. And there is 21,000 that's going to be rolled over, plus the sacrifices will be rolled over. And remember, right now we're at 129,000. I would call this 130 because it'll be 130 soon. 130,000 darker at today's price. We'll say is $1.60, which it's going to go down as people mint and then back up as the buy bot catches up. But that's $208,000 wrapped up in the jackpot right now, plus whatever gets minted and sacrificed added to that number. Wow. So if you go there to supply, there's 5.8% in the jackpot and 6.1% in the 180-day bonus pool. Yeah. Yeah, you don't. And we're at 59% of the launch liquid minted. And we're at 66% of the fuel cells staked, which starting today, there's another 57,000 that can join the staked pool of the 180-day bonus and start serving their getting matured. So it's crazy. It's bananas. You guys are the most amazing community I've ever experienced in crypto, that's for sure. Squirrel status, here you go. The basic concept evolved a lot since the post. So he's got a post about how to do that. I might feed it to Claude and tell Claude to do it itself. You'll get nothing and like it, Max.
That's funny.
We need sloth and pop in LOL. Sloth and pop. Oh, like Papa Boner?
Sloth to pop in. Yeah.
Yeah. We need Sloth to pop in. Yeah, Sloth is. I need to reach out to him. I was posting stuff in his treehouse a while back, but he's probably focusing on more important stuff right now. I haven't seen him post many things.
Well, we're going to balance. Dude. We know you have to balance too.
Yeah, yeah. So remember, you guys, you matter. What you do matters. You guys are very valuable, precious creations. If you are in a body, hearing and seeing things, it's a gift. And you're connected to something much greater than you are. I truly believe that. And you guys don't have nearly enough darker. Only time will tell if $1.60 is expensive or cheap. That's all I'm going to say.
222 is in the universe, so that's all I know.
Yeah, the price $2.22 seems to be calling us right now. Whether it happens or not, it's who knows. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so happy to have you guys here joining us with this party. I'm going to add this explainer video to make people's ears rot. Let's do the staking phase because that'll tell people how to stake right there. So, or I know actually, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I might show up tonight and read a chapter of the book before I do some ketamine. And take a mental vacation from this week.
Okay.
So I love you guys. It says, way to go. Winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations to all the winners. And we will be watching to see what your choice is. Will you claim or will you sacrifice to the void? All right. Love you guys. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Welcome back. Today we are jumping straight into the grid staking phase. We're going to break down the complex resource mechanics and the massive strategic decisions you're about to face. If you've been tracking the whole darker matter and fuel cell ecosystem, you already know that the initial sync phase is really just the warm-up. The actual game, the choices that are going to define your entire trajectory, happen right here during staking. So we're mapping out the exact math, the physical environments you'll be dealing with, and the pretty heavy trade-offs of the 3 distinct paths you can take.
But before we get into the long-term holds and the permanent sacrifices, we absolutely have to talk about the ultimate wildcard, the instant legend jackpot strategy. When a grid is first assembled, it generates this low resonance for the first 11 days. Essentially, it's building up energy and searching for a frequency. And on that final day, Day 11, there is a chance for a massive, completely non-recurring exterior darker matter crystal deposit to physically manifest right on the base of the cell casing. It is an immediate, staggering windfall. And here are the exact odds for that. On Day 11 of the sync cycle, exactly 1 in 740 cells receives this jackpot deposit.
The cell that gets it is completely random, and it never repeats on the same cell. But if you hit that 1 in 740 chance, your whole round completely changes. It's the random anomaly that absolutely everyone is holding their breath for when they spin up a new cell.
All right, so after that initial sync, we hit the strategic divergence, which opens up the 3 paths of a round.
Let's kick things off with Path 1, Max and the Loyalists.
So, once day 11 comes and goes, the sync period stops, and the power is now entirely in your hands. You have to decide exactly how that energy is going to behave for the rest of the round. This first path, it's for the patient. It's for the people looking to push the laws of physics to their breaking point. Up at the collective's orbital station Libre, they use what's called the zero condition. You are locking a cell in zero gravity for a strict 180 days. The cell is sealed, the darker matter vapor keeps building layer upon layer, and there is absolutely no release valve. But here is the critical catch. If you get jittery and unlock that cell even 1 day early, all of those enhanced properties halt within hours. It instantly drops back to a baseline cycle. Your commitment here has to be absolute. But the payoff for that patience is massive. By completing that full 180-day lock-in zero gravity, the interior crystal growth completely shatters its normal plateau and hits a staggering 100x superconductor rate. Not 10 times, not 50 times, 100 times the baseline rate. And it gets better, because at that 180-day mark, all cells in a full grid start making continuous exterior deposits every single 11 days indefinitely. You are effectively building a perpetual dual engine of energy. Max actually confirmed this based on Elsa Klein's original test runs. Elsa literally ran 369 test runs to figure this out. What she found is that in microgravity, the growth plateau disappears entirely. Without gravity pulling the crystals down, they just grow outward in every single direction. No ceiling, no limits. It's a frankly staggering amount of power, but it's reserved exclusively for those willing to lock their cells away for half a year.
Now, if extreme patience isn't your thing, there is Path 2, Tyler Durden and the Voidwalkers.
If the Loyalists are all about compounding growth up in space, the Voidwalkers operate on this completely different, almost mystical economic principle down underground. This path is highly ritualistic. You literally have to carry your live fuel cells deep down the east tunnel of the asteroid colony, walking toward a black hole. You feel the gravity gradually let go of your boots, and when the cell physically lifts out of your hands, you just release it. You sacrifice it to the void. The cell isn't harvested, it isn't locked, it is simply gone.
But here's where it gets crazy. The void defies ordinary physics by sending returns back to the colony on a strict 11-day cycle. Tyler Durden figured out that the void doesn't just destroy, it exchanges. Every 11 days, without fail, sacrificing your cell generates a massive EDI yield. So you're making a permanent forfeiture of the fuel cell itself, trading it for a guaranteed continuous return that has quite literally funded the most materially wealthy community in the universe.
And finally, for those who want nothing to do with waiting or voids, there is Path 3, the deplete option.
This is the path of immediate action. It's the gray market standard for when the collective needs resources right now, today, just to keep moving. But breaking a cell open comes with a hard physical cost. You instantly recover 90% of the darker matter into untracked black market cells, but exactly 10% is permanently vaporized into the atmosphere. The second you break that seal, that 10% escapes. It's just gone. Fun fact, Alpha Corp actually uses this exact physical metric to hide their own destroyed batches, calibrating their accounting to match this natural 10% depletion loss so no one notices. So you have to weigh this out. You are trading the massive compounding yields of the Loyalists, and you're skipping the steady EDI yield of the Voidwalkers, entirely for immediate liquidity. It is the ultimate bird-in-the-hand strategy. You get 90% of the power right now, untracked and ready to use, but you eat a permanent penalty. You forfeit any future growth, you miss out on perpetual deposits, and you literally watch a tenth of your asset turn to mist. So you have to ask yourself, are you the patient type, or do you need that energy immediately?
That brings us right to the ultimate question, choosing your staking strategy.
We've laid out the grid's mechanics. You've got the full map of the board now. You know the timelines, you know the physical stakes, and you understand what happens to darker matter under zero gravity, near a black hole, or under the knife. with that elusive instant legend jackpot always looming as a possibility, and 3 completely distinct strategic futures laid out in front of you, the only thing left to decide is, which path will you choose for this round? Are you locking it down for 180 days to smash through that ceiling and hit the 100x superconductor rate? Are you walking down the east tunnel to sacrifice it to the void for that steady EDI yield? Or are you taking the 10% penalty to crack it open right now? The rules of physics are set, but the strategy is all yours. Choose wisely.